The NASCAR Winston Cup Series schedule is once again expanding in 2002. Texas Motor Speedway will receive a second date, the Haviland 500, in September. Meanwhile, New Hampshire's second race will move from that September slot to Mother's Day weekend, allowing the same start and end time for the 2002 season. Texas Governor George W. Bush and Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones were on site for the announcement today. Jerry Jones, of course, rumored to be buying into Andy Petree Racing. We're back in Thunder Valley for the 2001 Sharpie 500. 1999 winner Dale Earnhardt starts to the fold tonight with Dale Jarrett to his outside.
Yeah, Dale 71 to watts. Back in 1999, that was a pretty controversial victory when he wrecked Kurt Busch. Of course, he's still looking for his first win here at 2000 run as well.
Jeff Gordon starting deep in the field tonight as he continues his quest for the Winston Cup Championship.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of cars to pass. He wants to have a good run tonight, and he wants to stay in this championship battle.
Pace car headed down pit road, field in the hands of Dale Earnhardt. Coming off turn 4, green flag in the air, and we are racing here in Bristol, Tennessee.
Great start for Dale there. Gets a huge jump on Dale Jarrett. So we got Ricky Rudd, Jarrett's teammate, coming is inside now, and he is third as well.
Yep, Earnhardt should easily lead this first lap as we see Bobby Labonte get around Dale Jarrett as well. Looks like it's going to be mostly single file on the bottom as we round lap 2 here. Look, the first side-by-side is well outside the top 10 right now. Yeah, Rusty Wallace back here passing Ricky Craven.
Yeah, Rusty, he's a good run tonight, that's for sure. As Dale leads the second lap as well.
Earnhardt still leading here at Bristol, but he has caught some lap traffic. The 33 of Joe Nemechek is right in front of him as we go on forward. And we see Sterling Marlin and Bobby Labonte are side-by-side for that second position behind him.
Yeah, his son, Dale Jr., coming into view here as well. We see Sterling's got a run on the bottom right now with Nemechek holding out Dale Earnhardt. About to see what happens here.
Yeah, Earnhardt trying to use the top side of the racetrack right now, but he gets the wall, and that's going without Marlin to get the lead as he finally clears Joe Nemechek in the 33 car.
Big Dale Earnhardt Jr. here trying to follow Marlin through here. He's on the bottom right now as Marlin trying to lap Casey Atwood. We got the battle of the beer wagons up here. Looks like Sterling is going to win out for now, although Jr. once again to his inside as they do get around Atwood.
Door off the corner. Earnhardt Jr. leads that lap, and looks like he's going to clear Marlin going in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, we got trouble here. Looks like Mike Skinner, and then Benson and Stewart doing that. Looks like Junior will win the race back to the line. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, looks like Skinner just gets loose on the apron and gets tagged by Ricky Rudd. Michael Waltrip also collected. Terry Labonte gets a piece of it there as well. And then they just slide right into the path of Stewart and Benson. So it looks like most of the field is going to be headed down pit road here. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will lead them, followed by Sterling Marlin.
Yep, everybody just needs a smooth 4-tire pit stop here. No mistakes. Remember, we do have 2 pit rows here at Bristol.
Yes, we see Earnhardt Jr. followed by Marlin and Earnhardt Sr. coming in here as they go the long way around here to the other side of the pit road where they will get their service.
Got a few lap cars there staying out. This is going to take a wave around.
And here come the leaders towards their pits. Earnhardt Jr. the first one in.
Darrell Marlin now in as well. Dale Earnhardt has a number 1 pit stall, so he's going to be all the way at the end here. Let's see. We got some lap cars then coming out of the pits as leaders are coming in.
And Earnhardt Jr. first one out, followed by Marlin, it looks like. Kenny Irwin Jr. gets a great stop there, as it looks like Dale Earnhardt's team is holding him a bit long.
Yeah, coming to retard here, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the heavy lap traffic here, wave around cars, lap cars on the inside, so Marlin can see if he can use this as an opportunity to get the lead back.
See, they were 3 wide there a moment ago with Skinner, Labonte, and Kenseth. And still lots of chaos here at the front of the field.
Yeah, but Irwin's going to go to the inside here and go on board of him and easily pass Hughes to get through all of this mess.
Yeah, Junior's really getting held up there by that hornet's nest of lap cars. Looks like Kenny Irwin Jr. may get to the inside of Earnhardt Jr. as well. Marlin now working some lap traffic, and that's allowed Kenny Irwin to reel him back in. Irwin looking to the inside of Matt Kenseth, Marlin to the outside.
Yeah, we'll see. Normally that inside's better, but not when there's... Oh, we got big trouble here in the backstrip. It's like Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, off the corner here, looks like Gordon gets loose with Mike Wallace, and that sends him into Kevin Harvick. Kevin Lepage gets a piece of it there. Robert Presley, lots of good cars.
I think Gordon will be able to continue here, though, and that's important for the championship.
Chip Ganassi racing 1-2 on this restart. Sterling Marlin followed by teammate Kenny Irwin Jr. Another dodge there on the inside. Ward Burton trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, good start for Marlin. He is going to carry Burton. See their Dave Markets in this race tonight as well. They're a decent run. Still in every day. There's a lot of calls.
And take a look who's up to second place. Rusty Wallace. We've not really talked about him all season. Penske Racing as a whole has struggled. Both cars currently outside the top 30 in Winston Cup points. But potentially a chance here to redeem himself as he goes around the outside of Sterling Marlin to take the lead down the backstretch.
And man, are the fans for a while here at Bristol. One of Rusty's best tracks. A lot of these fans come here every year, and now he is leading.
What a redemption arc on his season a win tonight could be.
Yeah, that would just mean so much to Rusty, I think. That hard year, like the whole organization, and he's earned it, though, maybe just trying to get up to top 25 in the place by the end of the year.
And just the last thing Rusty Wallace wanted to see, spinner, Ken Schrader.
Yeah, Rusty's got to be frustrated about that. He had a huge lead going there, and it's coming up on about 15 laps to go. But he's going to have to fend off Sterling Marlin here in a restart now. Trying to sort out old lap cars here.
Remember the restart? Wallace does have a few cars between him and Marlin as this is a single file restart with left and center lap to go. Ward Burton there, the 94 Hermie Sadler, and Bill Elliott are all not on the lead lap, and then Sterling Marlin now is the second place car.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly helped Rusty, but we'll have to see what Sterling could do with these lap cars here.
Wallace really is holding a good line there if we go through turns 3 and 4 right on the bottom. That's what you got to do here at Bristol.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really put on a clinic tonight. That what this would just mean for this race team. Such a hard season, and he's leading here in one of their best racetracks. That's going to give us some confidence. Look back here, Sterling Marlin. He has not made any progress on these lap starts yet. That certainly helped the Rusty Wallace. We're coming up on 5 laps to go here pretty soon.
We do have a car smoking there on the inside. That's the 66 of Todd Bodine. Looks like that will not affect the leaders, though, and we are going to stay green.
Yeah, that's, Rusty actually probably wasn't happy about that bad bit of caution because that would have ended the race. But still, he's looking pretty good here. Still got those 3 lap cars between him and Sterling.
Yep, he really just needs to hold on here. We see Johnny Benson there on pit road. Fans are just absolutely electric here in Bristol tonight for Rusty Wallace.
Yeah, that would be a copy or win, that's for sure. There'd be a lot of Miller Lite use for you down here.
Fitted by you, Chip?
I don't know if I'm supposed to answer that question, Bill.
Marlin still behind Bill Elliott there. 3 lap cars between Wallace and Marlin. We do see Ward Burton here. Appears to want to get back on the lead lap. He's really hounding Rusty Wallace. It looks like Rusty got in a little bit tight there. Kind of slid below the apron there a little bit. Actually, that's going to happen again. It looks like that 2-car, the handle is starting to go away on it. Come to the white flag. Meanwhile, Marlin is looking under Bill Elliott here.
Man, Rusty is not handling well at all. That's without Sterling get all the way up to his back bumper here. What's going to happen to turns 3 and 4? No. That is heartbreaking.
Yeah, Rusty Wallace's car, the handle has just gone away from it, and Sterling Marlin steals one here in Bristol.
Yeah, let's watch the replay here. It looks like, I don't know, that car just was not sticking to the banking those last couple of laps, and that allowed the 40 car to get around the outside. And man, there are a lot of unhappy people here in Bristol.
Meanwhile, Marlin's victory vaults him to a narrow points lead over Jeff Gordon. Now we're in Darlington, South Carolina for the 2001 Mountain Dew Southern 500. Michael Waltrip has the pole as he still seeks that first career win.
Yeah, Darlington here, that's where he led the most laps in the race back in the early 90s. So it could be a good track for him. See Mike Skinner do it outside, and then Gibbs teammates Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte, defending winner of this race, starting behind it.
Pace car down pit road, Waltrip and Skinner head for the green flag, and we are racing in the Mountain Dew Southern 500.
Skinner got a pretty good loss there. He's staying even with Mikey in the turn 1 here.
Gonna wash up the racetrack there a little bit. That outer line just does not work through turns 1 and 2, and that's actually going to allow Stewart to get under him. And I think we got the first Darlington stripe of the night. We saw Kenny Wallace there in a 55 get the wall a little bit off of...
Turn 2 is now Stewart's holding a good line off of turn 4. Remember, turn 3 and 4 a little tighter, and now Mikey gets a Darlington strike, and that's going to allow Tony Stewart to get to his inside. Stewart now leading here at Darlington.
Looks like Stewart's teammate, Bobby Labonte, follows in through as well, as does Jeff Gordon. And now Waltrip's teammates, oh, we got a big wreck here. Looks like Greg Biffle goes upside down. And meanwhile, we're just going to follow the race back to the caution here. It looks like Stewart will easily win it with his teammate Labonte in second. But yeah, let's take a look at a replay here. What happened here?
Looks like Elliott Sadler just got loose there. He's had a hard year. And then, yeah, Greg Biffle gets into him, and there's just a whole pack of cars just flying in there. Looks like Terry Labonte, Bill Elliott, and just everybody's involved in this.
Go on board with Casey Atwood here. It looks like he just has nowhere to go here. Lots of cars everywhere. He gets into the back of Greg Biffle, and that will probably end his day as well.
Yep, and there goes football on his reach.
Restart here. Storing update. Looks like Mark Martin now is in second place. Not entirely sure why, but...
Yeah, I don't know if the person that gave Brett Bodine his only win get back in the officiating booth or what here. I don't know.
But that moves Labonte back to third, and Gordon now is in fourth.
Let's see Steve Park there in fifth place, having a good run tonight. He want to hit better tracks. Of course, he's still looking for our first victory on an oval.
And then we see near the back half of the top 10, Sterling Marlin, last week's winner and championship contender, having a decent run tonight.
Yeah, he, up a good start so far. That's how you win a championship. Ricky Rowe, a little further back, he crowded the worst of the three big contenders here for the championship so far.
Meanwhile, looks like the 18 of Bobby Labonte has gotten around Mark Martin, and now Tony Stewart has some company from his teammate.
Yeah, Bobby, like we said, he won this race last year. Now, granted, that was a rain out, but still, I mean, he had a fast car, so he's good Darlington, and he only had one victory in the season at Martinsville, so kind of a little bit of a post-championship hangover. You see, Tony Stewart gets the Darlington truck there off his turn two. We go on board Dale Jarrett now, who left the second place, crowned in Faithtown, Bobby Labonte.
Yeah, Darlington is definitely a racetrack that brings out the best in drivers. And we currently have the last two Winston Cup champions, Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett, running 1-2 right now.
Yeah, Dale Jarrett got a little bit low the white line there. That's allowed Bobby to run away a little bit here, although Bobby now gets the Darlington stripe as looks like Steve Park and Dale Earnhardt to pet Jeff Gordon.
Look at this. Steve Park now caught up to Bobby Labonte, potentially taking a look at the lead here.
Yeah, he's been running real good the last few weeks. Third place at Bristol last week, and it looks like he's going to be leading here in Darlington now.
So move Park to first place as Tony Stewart and Kenny Irwin try to follow him through. Labonte's still on the outside. We see Earnhardt there running 5th. He's got to be pretty excited seeing his driver out front right now.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated's really stepping up this year. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has 2 wins, Park had a win. Just got to get Mikey one, I guess.
Yeah, Waltrip has certainly faded a little bit since starting on the front row today. We see several cars, Park, Stewart, and Labonte all get the wall there off of turn 2. We go back to Earnhardt. He's not been the championship contender he was last year, but he's put together a quietly consistent season, flirting with the top 10 in points. As is Park. He's and the leader is coming to pit road here under green. Steve Park has a pretty comfortable gap there to second place Kenny Irwin.
Yeah, just that one team really just needs no mistakes here, and you should be able to come back out with the lead.
That pit feed sure looks slow, doesn't it, Chip, under green flag conditions?
Yes, it does. That's painful watching all those cars flying by, but it was a fast stop. Nothing to worry about.
See some cars that came in the previous lap completing their service as Park begins his. Expected to be Fort fires and fuel for everybody here. Park's owner Earnhardt is away. And now we see Sterling Marlin just entering his pit. Jarrett exits as well. They're just finishing fuel on the one car. Earnhardt Jr. moving away. Any second now, we expect the one car to roll out of his pit, and we'll have to see where he blends on the racetrack.
Yep, Park is away, as is Irwin, so he's going to beat Irwin out of the pits. We'll have to see. I believe Tony Stewart is the first driver that pitted a lap ago, so will Park get out and running in pit?
You see Stewart there rounding turn 2 behind the lap car of Ken Schrader. It looks like Park is going to beat him off pit road, but how long will it take for him to get up to speed?
Yeah, it's going to be close here coming into turn 3 and 4 as Schrader bows down to pit road. Looks like Park is ahead of Stewart for the time being, although Stewart has a run here off of turn 4.
Steve Park now leading the Southern 500 once again, but Tony Stewart wants to take it back.
Yeah, Park slipped up the hill a little bit here. Let's get on Tony to his inside.
Go on board with Stewart. Coming off of turn 2 here, he is clear. As they lap Todd Bodine. And looks like Dave Blaney, the lap car, actually pulls up in front of Stewart as he exits the pits. And that will kill his momentum a little bit here.
Yeah, Stewart quickly going to work here trying to see if he can get to the inside of Blaney because he does not want to get held up. He doesn't want Park to reel him back in.
Yeah, those tires are probably just getting warm on the one car, so he should improve here. It looks like the 93 is going to hold up the 20 here a little bit, and that's going to allow Park to get back to his back bumper.
Yeah, Park looking to follow Stewart here under the 93. Side by side, that's going to slow up Tony. Kenny Irwin back in third place too would probably be watching this right now, just loving this, hoping these two wreck or something.
But that might be what you're hoping for too, Chip.
Hey, I don't want anybody to wreck. I mean, if it happened, it would be entertaining, but I don't want it to happen. Looks like Tony gets the wall there a little bit off of turn 2, and that is going to allow Steve Park to the inside.
And Park, who's had the dominant car so far today, trying to clear Stewart off of turn 4. Not quite clear. Stewart gets the wall, and that is the help that Fark needs. Steve Fark leading here at Darlington in the late stages.
Yeah, he just beat Hope No Cautions, and he'll have it. Say, look who the next lap car is here. Is Jeff Gordon. He's fallen back a lot from running the top 5 earlier. That's certainly going to earn me the points.
Come to the white flag here at Darlington. Tony Stewart has stayed with Steve Park, but still about a car length back. Steve Fark got his first career victory last season at Watkins Glen. He won earlier this year at Cedars Point Raceway, but he had never won a Winston Cup race on an oval. Tony Stewart gets one final Darlington stripe there off of turn 2, and that appears to be all Steve Park needs. He can just coast home now. Steve Fark wins the 2001 Mountain Dew Southern 500.
What a win for Steve Park. That's awesome.
Jeff Gordon's subpar run allowed Sterling Marlin to open up his points lead by another 18 points. We're in Richmond, Virginia for the 2001 Chevrolet Monte Carlo 400. Kenny Irwin Jr. in a Dodge leads the field tonight with yet another full for him this season. But we see several cars, the Looney Tunes paint scheme tonight, those Chevrolets. We also see Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of 5 drivers going for the noble $5 million bonus. He won at Daytona. The other contenders are Steve Farks, Dale Earnhardt, Sterling Marlin, and Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, I like them Looney Tunes cars. Jeff Gordon looked pretty good purple there.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting look for him. Park there, another one of those cars. Last week's winner starts 5th as Kenny Irwin leaps him to the green.
Good start by Irwin, and looks like good start by Earnhardt Jr. too. He's probably going to take second here as we go through turn 22, passing both Jeff Gordon and Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, he's already won the $1 million bonus once this year at Daytona back in July, and certainly another $1 million would be very nice for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as Kenny Irwin leads the first lap here. 5 bonus for him.
Yeah, I think Kenny's probably a little bit too far back to be a championship contender.
Oh, and we got spinner here, Dale Jarrett. Looks like Dave Markich just gets through that. Lots of other cars scattering. Kenny Irwin is still leading here at Richmond and should easily win the race back to the flag. If we see Dale Earnhardt Jr. and now his teammate Steve Park run second and third.
Yeah, I want to see a replay of this meth here down in turns 3 and 4. Looks like so Mike Wallace gets the wall, and then lots of cars kind of have to scatter. Dale Jarrett's one of them. Looks like Jared Nadeau gets a little loose, and kind of a big mess down here. Looks like Casey Atwood spin as well. Probably not terminal for any of these cars, but definitely put some dents in them.
So now the leaders are going to come down pit road, as well as that smoking lap car of Mike Wallace. Kenny Irwin Jr. will lead them down, followed by the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated teammates of Earnhardt Jr. and last week's winner, Park. Irwin with that number 1 pit stall is in, as are the 2 Noble 5 contenders of Earnhardt and Park. Gordon, meanwhile, settles into that second pit stall. We're going to have to see if he can make any progress here with his pit crew, as Dale Jarrett is just now reaching his stall, the driver who spun in that last caution.
Earnhardt Jr. first one away, but number 1 pit stall prevails for Kenny Irwin.
Irwin going to lead them back to the restart here. If we see Mike Skinner, another one of those Looney Tunes cars, is up to 4th place.
Earnhardt Jr. going to try the high line here in turns 1 and 2. Gets some progress, but I don't think it's going to work as Steve Park thinks about taking them 3 wide. Thinks better of it.
Earnhardt Jr. is almost clear of Irwin there, but Irwin gets a good run through turns 3 and 4. It looks like now Irwin is going to clear Earnhardt Jr., and Park is going to try to follow him through here.
Yeah, not one team has just been on it lately. We see Jeff Gordon get past Mike Skinner there. Also want to give a shout out to 6th place, Kevin Lepage right now. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Lepage absolutely having a great run tonight for that young Hank Aaron Motorsports team. 6th place, and of course, if he could get up to 5th, that would make him eligible for that $1 billion bonus at Talladega. We see here Jeff Gordon trying to pass Dale Earnhardt Jr. for 3rd place, as Kenny Irwin continues to lead, but does have that lap car of Joe Nemechek starting to hold him up a little bit.
I think Gordon wants more, too. It looks like he will faster than Steve Park right now. Is he going to try to force the issue, push Park up the hill here through turns 1 and 2?
I think it might be a little bit too early for that, Chip, but yeah, he does appear to have the faster car. To need to wait for the right opportunity for the pass to be made.
Actually, it looks like both these stars have caught Kenny Irwin. You know, Chevy, I'm sure, wants to win this race. Monte Carlo 400 does not want to see a Dodge out front. And it's got his 2 Looney Tunes cars running 2nd and 3rd. Just needs one more pass. It'll be in front here.
Looks like Park is going to get his chance here underneath Irwin off the turns 3 and 4. And now Gordon is going to take them 3 wide. Park will get 5 bonus points to lead in that lap, but he will not be the leader for long, it looks like. As Jeff Gordon drives it in deep in turns 1 and 2, it's going to be clear, or almost not quite clear off the corner.
Yeah, I think he will get it done probably here in 3 and 4. Now Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to pass Kenny Irwin and potentially his teammate Park as well for the second place.
We also see Lepage there trying to make a pass on Mike Skinner for 5th place. Again, he finishes top 5, as does anybody else. They will be eligible for that $1 million at Talladega. Oh, and we got a wreck here. It looks like Terry Labonte and Jeff Burton. A little spin there on the front stretch, as now Gordon is going to lead them back to the caution, followed by Earnhardt Jr. and Park. 3 Chevrolets leading here at Richmond, although the Chevrolet that cannot win the $1 million bonus is the one out front. That is Jeff Ford.
Yeah, I'm sure either Park or Earnhardt Jr. would really like to get him out of the way.
You see lap car Bill Elliott here battling Gordon a little bit off the corner, wants to get back in the lead lap, as Earnhardt Jr. is trying to pass Robbie Gordon there on the outside.
Yep, and there goes Lepage up to 4th place now. What a run.
Highest running non-Chevrolet in this race right now is Lepage. Meanwhile, Gordon and Elliott still going at it here. Looks like Gordon is finally going to clear Elliott here off of off the backstretch as they head down to turn 3.
Yeah, that's just so frustrating when you're a leader and the lap car holds you up. But Jeff's got a nice clean racetrack to turn in right now, so he should try to pull away here from Earnhardt Jr.
Meanwhile, Sterling Marlin running near the back half of the top 10, as is Kevin Harvick, making his final start of his 7-plant start here in 2001 before running a full Rookie of the Year campaign next year. Having a nice top 10 run tonight.
Yeah, he really is, and so they let him in on his Looney Tunes promotions tonight as well. We see now Earnhardt Jr. and Park battling for 2nd place. Like you've got the 16 there of Kevin Lepage trying to get the inside. No, Jeff Gordon gets loose, and that'll allow Earnhardt Jr. through, and looks like they're trying to all scatter. Oh no, now Park gets loose and spins. That will bring out the caution, and that puts Mike Skinner up to 2nd.
Yeah, it looks like Park was trying to avoid Gordon there, and then that just collects Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt, another one of those $1 million contenders back there, as well as Ward Burton. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. now in position to win $1 million here at Richmond if he can hold on.
Yeah, meanwhile, that's allowed Kenny Irwin Jr. back up to 2nd place, and Mike Skinner, whose job we've really heard may be in danger, is he's several points below some popular teammate Dale Earnhardt point standings, runs third. A win, really, it's a must-win situation for him.
Meanwhile, look at this. Kevin Harvick trying to fight his way into the top 5 here. Right behind Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, we got a battle for the lead here, too. Kenny Irwin and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, Irwin's got the preferred line here off of turn 4. And he's going to be leading here once again at Richmond. Homestead trying to stink up the Chevrolet party here.
Yeah, he's out front here. Meanwhile, looks like Skinner is perhaps in the unpreferred line there with Todd Bodine going to his inside. That's going to allow Jeff Gordon going to try to take them 3 wide. He really wants to get back up there after losing that lead, getting loose.
And look at this, too. Looks like Kevin Harvick is now going to be the highest running driver in Richard Childress Racing tonight. He's up to 4th place, followed by Kevin Lepage.
Now, important note, if Harvick does finish in the top 5, he is not planning on running Talladega, so he will not be able to go for that $1 million bonus, and the 6th place driver will become the big contender.
Speaking of $1 million bonuses, Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to take the lead back here from Kenny Irwin, trying to get his 2nd bonus of 2001 tonight.
Earnhardt Jr. Hugs the yellow line right off the corner here. That's going to allow him a run on Irwin here as we head down the front stretch. It's going to be tight going into turn 1.
Yeah, Earnhardt Jr. and Irwin still side by side. I don't think he's going to get him down the backstretch, but he'll probably get him here at turns 3 and 4.
Crowd rising to their feet. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking to win at the track the second time for the first time in his career, as he got his second career win here at Richmond last year and win the $1 million bonus for the second time in 2001. 2 laps to go for Dale Earnhardt Jr. trying to lap teammate Michael Waltrip, and oh no, we're hearing he has a flat tire.
Man, a flat tire just cost Dale Earnhardt Jr. $1 million. That boy admits a tire.
That put Jeff Gordon now as the leader, going for his 3rd win of the season. Although, look who's right behind him. He comes with a white flag. Kevin Harvick trying to win in just his 7th start, running a partial schedule.
Yeah, come on, Kevin. He's right there. He could get the Gordon, especially if Gordon's sliding up the racetrack a little bit here off the quarter.
Harvick's going to have one more shot at it if we go through turns 3 and 4. He looks to the inside of Gordon. He's not going to quite get there. Jeff Gordon wins here at Richmond as Kevin Harvick finishes 2nd.
And Kevin Lepage comes home in 6th, but since Harvick finished 2nd, that will make him the 5th contender for the No Bull 5 at Talladega.
Gordon winning while Marlin finished 4th narrows the points battle slightly. NASCAR makes its 2nd trip to the Granite State 2001 with Mike Skinner and Ricky Rudd on the front row.
You also see Jason Leffler, who's announced the Tony Stewart's replacement at Joe Gibbs Racing next year, making the first of the 3 starts he's going to make here in Lifetime Racing in that 81 car. Again, the 81 and 20 have the same Home Depot paint scheme, except for the 81 has black trim and the 20 has white trim.
Coming to the green flag here, we've got Skinner on the inside. In a desperate situation, we hear Richard Childress Racing could announce his replacement as soon as next week. So even a win here today might not be enough for him.
Could be a good audition for another ride, though, as he does clear Ricky Rudd off turn 2 there. He Rudd's teammate Dale Jarrett trying to get to the inside here as Leffler settles in 4th place right in front of his teammate Bobby Lepage.
We also see Dale Earnhardt Jr. had that heartbreaking loss last week, settling into 5th as Skinner gets 5 bonus points to lead in the first lap here. And Casey Atwood there back in 6th place. He is in a very tight Rookie of the Year battle with Greg Biffle. Biffle has the preferred position right now, but Atwood could get back into this. So we'll talk more about that in a second as Dale Jarrett has gotten to the inside here of Mike Skinner as we go off of turn 4. And actually, Jason Leffler is going to try to follow him through for 2nd place.
Yeah, what a move by Leffler there as Jarrett gets those 5 bonus points. Yeah, he's potentially an outside contender for this Winston Cup, especially if he get another win here today.
We see Earnhardt Jr. trying to move on Bobby Lepage as Dave Blaney has passed Atwood. Having a great run for him here tonight. We hear that BP sponsorship may be going away next year, so he could be looking for a new ride, but he's had a solid season, comparable to his teammate Ward Burton, so certainly would be a candidate for a lot of rides in Winston Cup next year. Yeah, as we were saying about Atwood, he would need to be the highest finishing rookie, not just beat Greg Biffle, but actually the highest finishing rookie in most of the remaining races in 2001, but that team has really stepped it up for the last few weeks, and he's at least got a chance.
Yeah, of course, he's doing that right now, too. He's the highest running rookie in front of Biffle. We look at Biffle back here, 97 car. That's a solid season, especially compared to his teammates. Roush only has 1 win with Jeff Burton at Texas this year, so I don't know. And we see Sterling Marlin has a problem under the hood coming down pit road here. Hearing that may be the end of his day, too.
Yeah, what a mess for the championship contender. That's the last thing he needs right now. Meanwhile, Jarrett leads with Leffler still holding on in 2nd place and his teammate Rudd in 3rd.
Well, it looks like Rudd's going to try to get a run on Leffler here up the corner as Junebug's caught up to Mike Skinner there for 4th place.
Jarrett appears to have the dominant car so far today. Smooth sailing for him. We see the 93 of Blaney up to 6th place there.
Of course, Jarrett's last win this season came at Pocono, another flat racetrack like this. Oh, we got trouble here. Third one, Bobby Hamilton in the 4 car.
Jarrett will easily win the race back to the line, but he is going to have to face a restart here. Come with the green flag, Jarrett followed by Leffler as they head back up through the gears. Easily going to pull away from the field. There's no lap traffic or wave around cars for him to have to navigate through.
Yeah, that certainly helps. Stay a clean race so far.
Oh, more trouble in turns 1 and 2. Johnny Benson and looks like the 97 of Greg Biffle and the 92 of Stacy Compton get into him as well. Jarrett will win the race back to the line as Dave Blaney is up to second place.
Yeah, and let's take a look at the replay of this wreck. So it looks like Benson just gets loose here in front of Adam Petty and gets a little piece of Warburton, and then, nowhere for Stacey Compton to go. And then, Greg Biffle, that's hard. As we mentioned, the Rookie of the Year fight is tight. So that's not what he wanted to see. But again, Atwood needs to be the highest finishing we'll see, not just beat Biffle today.
Okay, the green flag is back out here, and looks like Blaney is really hounding Jarrett here on this restart.
Yeah, that would be a huge win for Blaney if he could get it done today. He had looked to the inside here down the back stretch, although I think Jarrett's going to clear him in the turns 3 and 4 here.
Meanwhile, Leffler continues to impress there in third place. In fact, he's trying to take second back from Blaney here off of turn 4 as Earnhardt Jr. runs 4th. And now Casey Atwood running in 5th place. He is the highest running rookie right now.
Yeah, Tony Stewart, the other Home Depot Pontiac, is in 6th place. It looks appeasing to have 2 cars out there, I have to admit. But I'm getting through it. It'll be okay.
I guess I'm glad to hear that, Chip. Dale Jarrett is happy to see Leffler and Dave Blaney running side by side for second place as he continues to lead here at New Hampshire. Oh, and we're going to have another restart as Todd Bodine spins once again in turn 1.
And man, looks like Jarrett wins the race back by caution, but Leffler almost got there.
Come to the restart, Jarrett followed by Leffler. Does Leffler have anything for Jarrett here in these closing laps?
Good start for Jarrett. I think he's going to be pretty hard to catch here.
Come to the white flag. Jarrett leads by a comfortable margin. Dave Blaney in third and Jason Leffler in second. Looks like for the second week in a row, we may have a part-time driver planning to be a rookie next year, finishing second. It was Kevin Harvick last week. This week in Navy Leffler. We also see Casey Atwood has fallen back a little bit, but he has held on to be the highest finishing rookie today. Meanwhile, another solid top 10 run for Jeff Gordon is going to help shore up his position in the points. And Dale Jarrett wants people to know he's still in this championship battle. 4th victory of 2001 for him. The Sterling Marlin's mechanical issue now makes Jeff Gordon the points leader, with Ricky Rudd now under 1 race of the points lead and Dale Jarrett under 200 points from the lead, heading into race 28 at Dover.
Folks, here are the top 10 for the Most Popular Driver Award. Be sure to cast your vote.
Another silly season shocker in the Winston Cup garage. Matt Kenseth will leave Roush Racing at season's end for Richard Childress Racing's number 31 entry, bringing with him sponsor DeWalt and crew chief Robbie Reiser. Busch Series points leader Kurt Busch is seen as the front runner to replace Kenseth as Roush, as Mike Skinner is now left a free agent. The final push for the Winston Cup begins today. We're in Dover, Delaware for the 2001 MB&A Cal Ripken Jr. 400. Today's field is led by Kenny Irwin Jr. with yet another pole, with Dale Jarrett to his outside.
Behind him, we see Greg Biffle there. Of course, he's in that tight rookie battle with Casey Atwood and Ricky Rudd to his outside as well.
We also see Jeff Gordon there on the third row. The other coming to the green flag here, pace car down pit road, and we are racing here at Dover.
Jarrett got a good start there on the outside. They're going to say even if they're winning the turn 1, although it looks like Irwin is going to clear them off of 2.
We head down the back. We see they are 3 wide there momentarily for third place. Gordon trying to get around both Biffle and Rudd. And Irwin is going to comfortably lead that first lap and get those 5 Winston Cup bonus points.
Hey, Irwin, he's probably out of this championship battle, but, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you who's not is Ricky Rudd there in the 28. he could still make some noise. There's a lot of talk about Gordon and Marlin, but he's definitely still in this. He starts to move up through the field here.
Further back there, we see a good start for Joe Nemechek so far. There's been a lot of rumblings around his future as the talk of Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones buying into that team next year increases, and it has been confirmed that Oakwood Homes will not return as the sponsor of that 33. Meanwhile, up front, it's all Irwin. We go through turns 3 and 4 here with Dale Jarrett. Kenny Irwin Jr. now in some lap traffic. The 36 of Ken Trader holding him up there. You go on board with the 31 of Mike Skinner, who, of course, was announced earlier today to not be returning to the ride next year. Matt Tinsick will take it over. As Irwin works through this lap traffic, it looks like that, yes, Schrader gets a little loose there, and that's going to allow Mike Skinner to lead here at Dover.
Yeah, what a great audition that would be for a new ride next year, although it looks like Irwin's going to try to battle back to the bottom here a little bit. Skinner did get those 5 bonus points for leading that lap there, but looks like Irwin's going to take it back over here. He's going to have to fight the lap car of Jimmy Spencer here off the corner.
Yes, sir. As we mentioned, Mike Skinner will not return to Richard Childress Racing in 2002. His sponsor, Lowe's, will depart for Hendrick Motorsports as he finally does get the lead there. Matt Kenseth will bring sponsor DeWalt and crew chief Robbie Reiser over with him from Roush Racing.
Yeah, certainly an interesting situation for. I think Matt, Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt are going to be a strong team there at Richard Childress Racing.
Mike Skinner continues to lead here at Dover, although Casey Atwood has caught his rear bumper. The rookie now in second place, and is trying to challenge for the lead here.
Yeah, Casey needs to be beating Greg Biffle almost every week here for the rest of the season. He's doing exactly that right now and more. Although it looks like as they continue to work his lap traffic, Irwin can try to make the pass on the outside here. 92 is Casey Compton holding up Skinner, another driver looking for a ride next year as Bobby Hamilton's more of that car.
Yes, it looks like Kenny Irwin gets a huge lead here after the 92 gets a little bit loose there in front of Skinner. So put the 42 back out front here at Dover.
Meanwhile, we see the car Kenny Irwin used to drive, the 28, Ricky Rudd there, also trying to get around Atwood and Skinner here. Of course, his teammate Dale Jarrett won last week in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, we look further back there, you got Greg Biffle is behind the 19 of Katie Atwood right now. That's very important for those Ricky points.
Good run today, though. We see not too far there behind other championship contenders Jeff Gordon there, as Irwin continues to lead here at Dover. More lap traffic for Kenny Irwin Jr. here. He's got up to Adam Petty, Dave Blaney. Oh, it looks like actually we have some slow cars here, perhaps on the bottom of the racetrack. Ricky Rudd going all the way to the top around the outside. And yes, he's going to use all that lap traffic as a pick and come away with the lead here. What a move.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how Ricky made through all that. Look at the replay here. Yeah, there's just this line that opened up on the outside. He was 4 wide there down the front stretch and held away with the lead. What a move by Ricky Rudd.
So now Rudd finds himself out front, chasing his 4th victory of 2001. Ricky Rudd and other leaders pitting here at Dover. We see the tail end of the field coming in at the same time as the leader. 2 cars staying on track. Crowded pit road, though. That makes for Ricky Rudd.
Yeah, he just needs a clean 4-tire stop here to get him to the end. These double races tend to run green. So, yeah, there's no mistakes by that crew right now.
Rudd now in his box receiving his service. There'll be 4 tires and fuel for him and all the other drivers here. You see Jarrett there in front of him. He should easily beat Jarrett out. The jack is down, and the 28 is Colling Wade. So Jeff Gordon there is a lap down. Oh, it looks like Kenny Irwin there did get past Ricky Rudd, and yes, he is going to be the new leader. All that traffic held up Rudd there in the pits, so put the 42 back out front here at Dover.
Yeah, what a move by that 42 team. Great job getting them on and off pit road.
Now with Irwin leading I believe Rudd is still in second back there, but it's going to be quite the gap to make up. Yeah, we see he is just now reaching the apex of turns 1 and 2 as Irwin is further down the backstretch. Irwin Jr. still leading here at Dover, though we've got trouble on the racetrack. Rusty Wallace around. That is just the last thing he wanted to see. It looked like he was sailing away there. That is going to bring the field back to him. See the replay here. Actually, it looks like Rusty's brother Kenny gets spun off the nose of the 4 Bobby Hamilton, and here at Dover, those cars all just slide down into that inside wall. So the spin there brings the number 28 of Ricky Rudd back to the rear bumper of Kenny Irwin Jr. It's going to be a quick dash here to the finish with lots of lap cars to the inside.
Yeah, well, it is notable, even though it's late in the race, the fact that the restart did not come with 10 to go, they still had a lap car on the inside, and we see we're going to be 3 wide here underneath the leader with Kenseth and Labonte, and looks like that Rudd is going to be able to sail right through there. Irwin's going to get real held up on there on the outside, so they don't wreck into Bobby, and yeah, Ricky Rudd leading here once again at Dover.
Listen, it looks like Jeff Burton trying to follow him through as well.
Yes, looks like they're going to be 3 wide there again. Second place, lap car Matt Kenseth on the outside. Burton to the inside of Irwin there as Rudd has come for the lead. Meanwhile, we look back here. Casey Atwood's actually fallen back a bit, and that means that Greg Biffle is now a high up-running rookie, so that's going to tighten up that rookie battle even more. So Greg Biffle one spot close to the Sisson, that Rookie of the Year title here.
Come to the white flag here. Clear track in front of Ricky Rudd. Kenny Irwin runs second. It looks like there can be no challenge. And actually, we've got trouble further back. Championship contender Sterling Marlin in the outside wall. Light spin. The caution is out, but they're going to race it back here. Ricky Rudd, no contest whatsoever. Just has to get off this final corner. Ricky Rudd had never won more than 2 races in a season prior to 2001. Here he comes for his 4th win of the season.
Yeah, what a win by Ricky Rudd. Let's take a look at the point standings here. Yeah, so he is now just 91 points behind points leader Jeff Gordon. That little spin there takes Sterling Marlin back a little bit, 27 behind. Meanwhile, Jarrett and Irwin there are just on the cusp of being within 1 race of the leader.
For the first time, NASCAR is racing at Kansas Speedway in the 2001 Protection 1 400. Steve Park has the pole today with Jeff Gordon to his outside. Tony Stewart and Joe Nemechek make up the second row. We see Dale Earnhardt and Kenny Irwin Jr. back there in row 3. Further back, we once again have Jason Leffler in the field with us today, making one of his few starts here before taking over the number 20 Home Depot. See, the pace car has gone down pit road. Field in the hand of Park and Gordon, and green flag is out here. We are racing for the first time at Kansas Speedway.
Great start by Park there. Actually, good start by Joe Nemechek there on the second row, too. Looks like he's actually going to clear Tony Stewart there on the inside. So this track very similar to Las Vegas, where we raced back in March. A flat, T-shaped 1.5 mile oval here. Looks like Tony is going to get back the inside of Thursday and Nemechek there as Park comfortably out front. Looks like Tony now going to challenge Jeff Gordon for second place.
First driver to ever lead a lap here in a Winston Cup race, Steve Park. 5 bonus points for him.
Yeah, he's probably not in the championship conversation, but certainly he'll be looking at a top 5, top 6 in points. I believe he was 7th entering the day. 2 wins on the year at Darlington and Sonoma.
Although looks like he's got company. Jeff Gordon coming to the inside with Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt, and Dale Jarrett all in tow.
Yeah, 24 car was really fast in practice yesterday. We're going to have to see how he does over the longer run as Park's going to get crate trained here, go back 7th position. You see his owner, Dale Earnhardt, there going up to 3rd and potentially challenging to 2nd or more here in the 2nd.
Earnhardt still winless on the 2001 season, as he now looks inside Tony Stewart to the lead. He's had a decent year, not quite as good as his runner-up last year, but could be a contender for a top 10 in points. But he certainly does not want to have an empty win column.
Stewart here has stabilized that lead a little bit, stays in front of Earnhardt as Ford and slips in there in 4th place. Meanwhile, Dale Jarrett, you see up there, and last week's winner, his teammate, Ricky Rudd, now coming to the inside Earnhardt Jr. for 6th place.
Little contact there, actually, between those two. We also see Ricky Craven having a solid run so far. That 32 car. Trying to fight his way into the top 25 in points, get that bonus money. As Tony Stewart continues to lead here at Kansas, though Dale Jarrett is coming to his inside.
Yeah, looks like he's going to lead another lap here, but watch out for that 88 UPS Ford.
Stewart, is in his final races now with Joe Gibbs Racing as he slips up the racetrack. That's going to allow Jarrett through. But I'm sure that team would just love to finish off this season with another win or two.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Charlotte probably, probably makes it so he's outside of the championship battle. Certainly Tony's in it. We see Jeff Gordon coming back here to the inside of Dale Jarrett, and Steve Park had gotten back in the top three as well.
Gordon leads at the line that time, and yes, Park is back in the battle for the lead. Jarrett slips way up the racetrack, as does Gordon, and even Park a little bit. They are very sideways through that turn 1 and 2. And now Ricky Craven tries to break in the top tire, and we've got trouble further back. The 9 of Bill Elliott and the 77 of Robert Presley. Racing back to the line. Steve Park took a look to the inside of Gordon, but it looks like Gordon is going to get there. And now we are under caution here at Kansas. Coming to the restart, single file, no lap cars yet. Jeff Gordon leads them with Steve Park behind him. Green flag back in the air here at Kansas Speedway.
A little bit of a slow start for everybody in the field there. Looks like Stewart and Bonnie, those two are supposed to be side by side there. And yeah, Ricky Craven running in fourth right now as Steve Park looks back to the inside of Jeff Gordon right now.
It's like Dale Jarrett going to try to follow Park through there to the inside. In fact, he might take it 3 wide here into turn 4. So yes, 3 wide at the lead. We'll have to see how much room there is here at Kansas. Looks like they're going to make it stick. And at the line, Dale Jarrett. Important to note, if we get a photo finish coming to the end, that the inside did prevail there.
That's going to allow Ricky Craven to reel all 3 of these guys back in as Gordon now goes back to the inside of Park, potentially the inside of Jarrett here.
Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte, a name we've not mentioned a lot lately, is trying to creep his way into this battle. He's running the top 5. We also see the number 28 of Ricky Rudd there, and another solid run by Joe Nemechek. Labonte now taking Craven and Jarrett 3 wide for second place. Gordon loves to see this in his mirror as he extends that lead here at Kansas.
Yeah, 24 cars to grade his mile maps this year. Not surprised to see him out front. A little contact there from the 18. 32 there, 32 and the 88 are up the track, and oh no, the 88's around. We're under caution.
Yeah, Jarrett having such a solid run there, although he's lucky nobody hit him. Once again, still no cars a lap down here with those 2 early cautions. But Gordon will lead them back here. Ricky Rudd now in second, going for his 2nd consecutive victory.
Yeah, that 28 team came in today 96 points back. Really wants to show that they are part of the championship battle. They've had a lot of great runs this year. They just had some inconsistent issues. Blown motors all the way.
Yeah, we saw Steve Park took a quick look there to the inside of Ricky Rudd on the back stretch, but looks like that's not going to amount to anything. But I agree, Chip, that he could absolutely be up there with Gordon and Marlin if not for some of those blown motors and other issues that scene has had. Gordon, meanwhile, is just putting on an absolute clinic so far today. Has led for the most laps of anyone so far, and just seems to be cruising right now here at Kansas Speedway.
Go on board with Rudd. Yeah, we see again 91 points behind Jeff Gordon in the standing. So yeah, not too far back, but certainly needs to pass him here if he won. There's a 5-point difference between first and second. So Gordon's currently gaining 5 points on the end. If we fast forward here, Gordon will be leading 5 points.
Also see side by side further back there, Kenny Irwin getting to the inside of Tony Stewart first. We've talked about him today, as now Rudd does get around Gordon, and I'm sure we'd love to see Labonte and Park pass Gordon as well. That could potentially swing the points up to a 15-point gain, close to just 5 here. It looks like Joe Nemechek getting to the inside of Gordon as well.
Yeah, great run for Nemechek, and like I said, he's actually had a big announcement this week. He can replace Robert Presley at Jasper Motorsports next year in 77 car. So he did find a landing spot have to see where Robert ends up, but he decided with all the uncertainty with that 33 team to just take another ride for next year. And 77 car, I think that's a better program than a lot of people think. So let's see how Joe does there.
Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte has passed Rudd, and it looks like Nemechek is all the way up to second place here.
Yeah, he's certainly showing those Jasper guys why he was worth hiring. Maybe we'd love to send Andy Pizza Racing off of the win here. In fact, a team does get backed by Gary Gate.
Meanwhile, Labonte has the best lead that we've seen him have in several weeks right now. The defending Winston Cup champion only has one win in the season, although, once again, look who's creeping into view. Kenny Irwin Jr. arguably should have won last week had it not been for that late caution with Rusty Wallace. He is up to third place, and he is coming fast.
Yeah, he already got around Gordon. We thought Gordon had a bad car day, and Irwin did go by him like he was nothing.
Yes, and further back here we see Jason Leffler, the two Home Depot cars running nose to tail. Hope that isn't too confusing for you, Chip.
Hey, that's not very nice. But, Jason's having another good run.
Here we also see Ryan Newman in 02 here. It was also announced this week. He's going to run this number 02 full-time next year. Penske Racing will expand to 3 teams. So it's going to be a very crowded rookie class with Newman, Jimmy Johnson with Hendrick, Kevin Harvick, Jason Leffler, and also we believe Kurt Busch is presumed to be the leader to replace Matt Kenseth of Roush in that fourth team there, as we see Kenny Irwin coming to the inside here of Bobby Labonte. There's just no stop of that 42 car. He's been on a march to the front the last few laps, and he is now leading here comfortably as they come to the line here at Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, that 42 car looks pretty dangerous today, Bill. Hard stop then. Bobby drove it in, trying not to let him get clear, and that really backfired there. Bobby's falling back into the clutch at the Ricky Rudd. Irwin is just driving away.
Can Irwin redeem himself after a heartbreaking loss at Dover last week? Kenny Irwin Jr. still leading here at Kansas Speedway, coming up on some lap traffic. Bobby Labonte behind him with Tony Stewart in third, Nemechek in fourth, and championship leader coming in today, Jeff Gordon in fifth, looking to extend his lead.
Yeah, we just got to give a lot of praise to Joe Nemechek today. What a great run that team has had. In fact, he's lapping his teammate, Kenny Wallace, right now. So, not a Andy Pizza Racing thing. That's purely a Joe Nemechek thing.
Meanwhile, near the back half of the top 10, we see Sterling Marlin going to lose more points to Jeff Gordon today. Will stay ahead of Ricky Rudd, though, in the standings.
Yeah, the 40 team needs to just get moving. Well, they need to not wreck like they did last week, and they're doing that, but need to have some better runs, too, as we see the leaders coming around here. Look who's got the back bumper, Kenny Irwin, Bobby Labonte.
Yes, can Labonte put up any kind of a fight here for Kenny Irwin? We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Tony Stewart, his teammate, actually looking to his inside. That's going to slow up Labonte a little bit, and is going to allow Irwin to sail away here a little bit to Kansas.
Yeah, let's see. Here coming around turns 3 and 4. Looks like Jeff has gotten back to the back bumper there of Tony. But, going back to the stripe here, coming a white flag for Kenny Irwin. Smooth sailing.
Yes, that 42 car has just been absolutely on rails today. Started further back after lots of great qualifying efforts this season. But that has not slowed him down. Perhaps, Chip, this team's focused so much on starting on the front row. Maybe today the secret was just focusing on not so much where you start, but where you finish. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon fighting his way up to third place here as they go through turns 3 and 4. But coming off of turn 4, the first winner at Kansas Speedway is going to be Kenny Irwin Jr. Third win of 2001.
Yeah, that's awesome. 5th win for Dodge now in their return to Winston Cup Series. They have to be really happy with that season. Of course, all those have been Chip Ganassi's cars. You see one of Chip's cars, Sterling Marlin there, is second in points, 55 back. That moves Irwin actually up to 4th place, 243 back.
Here we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, the 2001 UAW GM Quality 500 at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Jeff Gordon, the Winston Cup points leader, got the pole today with Dale Earnhardt to his outside. Meanwhile, last week's winner, Kenny Irwin Jr., starts on the second row, as does Rookie of the Year leader Greg Biffle.
Gordon, of course, has 3 teammates today instead of 2. Today is the Winston Cup debut of Busch Series driver Jimmie Johnson.
Yes, that number 48 Lowe Chevrolet, that brand new paint scheme that he's going to run next year at Hendrick Motorsports full time. Johnson, a little bit of a surprising hire, only has 1 career Busch Series win and is 8th in the point standings there, but I would never question Rick Hendrick.
I certainly would not say 30 car there of Rick Mast also in the field today. This is actually Rick's last scheduled race in that 30 car. I think he probably looked bummed to not get hired for the 31 ride, but still he's had a good chance to showcase his talents this year.
Yes, actually, we're hearing the 31's going to show up 2 more times this year with Ron Fellows behind the wheel at Homestead in Atlanta, the winner back in Watkins Glen. But yeah, coming here to the green flag, we've got Jeff Gordon to the inside, Dale Earnhardt to the outside, and we are racing here in NASCAR's home turf in Charlotte, North Carolina.
This was a race that Dale had a great run in last year. I'm sure he'd really like to get that first turn of the season to do that.
You see last week's winner, Irwin, already challenging Gordon to his inside.
Yeah, I believe they were in the same car last week that they brought this week, and why not get another win? Or they're not completely outside this Instant Cup battle. So although they are, as long as the 24 is leading this race, I'll tell you that.
Gordon gets those 5 bonus points for leading the first lap, further extending his points lead. You do see Marlin there in the back half of the top 10, as we do Ricky Rudd. Although ahead of both of them is Casey Atwood. He is passing Greg Biffle right now to be the highest finishing rookie today. That rookie battle has tightened up even further. He really needs to be the highest finishing rookie, and we've all but one race. The rest of the season now is Kenny Irwin. Looks to the inside here of Jeff Gordon. Gordon gets 5, or he already got 5 bonus points for leading that first lap, but he leads the second. Now Irwin looking to lead the third.
Yeah, the whole Dodge Brigade up there. We got Irwin, we got Atwood, and we got Sterling Marlin there all on the inside. As Gordon starts to fall back a little bit, Sterling's hoping that Jeff just kind of get railroad there on the outside, and that allows him to get around.
Meanwhile, Tony Stewart looking to the inside of Irwin. He only has 7 races rep with Joe Gibbs Racing before he becomes his teammate next year. Would love to send that crew he's been with to the last 3 years off with a win. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr., a name we've not said a lot lately, is up to 2nd place.
Yeah, he's had a solid season. Sophomore season, 2 wins once again. Would love to get another one, but haven't quite taken that next step to being a championship contender.
Yeah, I think we maybe expect a little more out of Junior this year, but, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated did expand to 3 cars, and sometimes it just takes a little while to learn, although I can tell you who's not taking a little while to learn, Casey Atwood. Dale Earnhardt Jr. now comes to the inside of Tony Stewart to lead here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Crowd on their feet, going wild. Excited to see this.
Yeah, and look who's behind him now, Casey Atwood. Come on, Casey, you can do it. You can lead a Winston Cup race.
Yeah, Atwood is on fire here today. He's looking to the inside of Earnhardt Jr., the rookie sensation, potentially going to be leading here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, if not this time, next time by.
Yeah, he is. He's doing awesome so far today. Come on, Casey. You're still in this Rookie of the Year battle. Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, Atwood must be the highest finishing rookie in all but one of the remaining races.
And of course, that highest finishing rookie in the other remaining race cannot be Greg Biffle. It has to be Ron Hornaday, Hermie Sadler, or Adam Petty. Because Biffle could get more rookie points there for being the highest finishing rookie. So that's assuming Biffle does not improve his score at all by not being the highest finishing rookie and drop these. Well, I tell you what, Atwood is doing everything he needs to right now, leading this race. And of course, if he and Biffle would tie, I believe, obviously a race win would be the tiebreaker. Biffle does not want to race. So that could change the calculus a little bit in terms of that math would just show you would be for an outside win, outright win, not a tie. Speaking of being on the outside, that's where Casey Atwood is now as Ricky Rudd comes to his inside, followed by Sterling Marlin.
Yeah, Sterling really needed a run like this, and see Jeff not even in view there as the front. That's the kind of run Sterling needs. Get back in this championship battle. He's not had a bad couple of weeks. He's just been running a few spots behind Jeff. As he looks to the inside, get these 5 bonus points here. get back in the Winston Cup fight. Now, you can't win a race the Winston Cup today, but you can lead with Sterling and don't drive too hard, don't wreck like they did Dover. I don't think you tried to do that, Sip. Well, I know, Bill, but still, just don't wreck yourself. Stay in the championship battle. You can get there, Sterling.
Say, Dale Jarrett there is up to second here. He fell back to fifth in points last week after Irwin's win at Kansas. I don't think he's going to be in this championship battle, but you never know, Chip. Meanwhile, Earnhardt still looking for that first victory of 2001, but the third place looking for second.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon there looks like he's back about 15th or so. He's really calling off the lead pack here. Great points day for Sterling and Ricky Rudd there on the outside. Is now Jarrett leads us here at Charlotte, looking for his fifth victory of 2001. That'd be the most of any driver.
Dale and Dale show up front. Meanwhile, we look back here at Elliott Sadler in the 21. It's been announced he will not return to this ride next year. Say he's been with the Wood brothers for 3 seasons, has not won a race. Been okay, but certainly running top 10 today would be a great audition for a potential new owner next year.
Although, you got to wonder, his brother's the owner with Rock Racing, maybe they could pick him up.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that situation for sure. And let's say, too, that Wood Brothers car does have Roush Racing support, so it would be a good landing spot for a free agent driver. Meanwhile, Dale and Dale show continues up front here. Dale Earnhardt to the inside of Dale Jarrett, and he is leading here at Charlotte, North Carolina. We heard cheers for his son leading earlier. I think we're going to hear him again here for the Intimidator.
Yeah, these North Carolinians sure do love their Earnhardt, don't they? Earnhardts are awesome, so.
Although it looks like Irwin and that 42 car that won last week is going to put up a fight here to Earnhardt. Irwin coming to the inside. Earnhardt's going to get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap here. But Irwin set to retake the lead here at Charlotte.
I got to say, Kenny Irwin Jr. is definitely the breakout star of this 2001 season. That kid's been amazing this year.
So Irwin leads here at Charlotte, followed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Kenny Irwin still leading here at Charlotte, followed by Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt. Tony Stewart has passed Dale Earnhardt Jr. for that 4th position, as now Jarrett looks to the inside of Irwin.
Stewart now take a look to the inside of Earnhardt Sr. there as well. I think he's got a good car, a long-run car that we're going to see more and more of this race. Of course, his teammate Bobby Labonte there up to 2nd place, up to 5th place. As Kenny Irwin Jr. looking to fall back to 2nd place here as Jarrett moves his inside.
See, Casey Atwood's great top 5 run continues there as he is back there. Actually, he's in 6th place. We also see the 21 of Elliott Sadler. Once again, he's out of a ride for next year, but this is going to be a great audition for a potential new team.
Yeah, Jarrett now once again leading here at Charlotte. Earnhardt trying to follow him through, as does Stewart.
Yes, and we see the 31 of Mike Skinner there, another driver looking for a ride next year. And Jeff Gordon now running in the top 10 as well.
Hey, what happened to Sterling Marlin? He was up there earlier, and he's now behind Jeff. So that's hard for him. Yeah, I can't say enough about Casey Atwood today. Casey's been awesome. Had the run of his career so far. Ray has announced he's going to be back in that 19 car next year, which no surprise to anyone or how he's ran, but excited to see what he can do with year 2, especially in Dodge's year 2 as well. Dodge just came back to Winston Cup this year, and we're excited to see how that program pans.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt looking back to the inside of Jarrett here down the front stretch. Stewart going to give him a push through. And Irwin in 3rd place, going to see if he can follow suit as well.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt seems to have one of the better cars today. Seems like him and Jarrett, maybe Irwin, top 3. Although that 20 car certainly is coming alive right now.
Looks like Bobby Labonte has caught up to this pack as well. Defending winner here of the fall race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As Casey Atwood in 6th place trying to get into this battle as well.
Yeah, Tony now had gone up to Dale Sr. Looks like he's right on the back bumper there. What's he going to do as they head down the back stretch here?
Looks like he's just going to follow Earnhardt Sr. He continues to lead here at Lowe Motor Speedway.
Here we go on board with Tony. Looks like he's going to have a run here down the front stretch. Listen inside of Dale's. I'm sure folks at Lowe would be too excited to see the new diesel Pontiac out front here at Lowe's, but it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Yes, Earnhardt way up the racetrack going into turns 1 and 2, almost gets the wall off the corner, and that's going to allow Stewart to lead them down the backstretch with future teammate Kenny Irwin Jr. giving him a big push.
Yep, he's got current and future teammates in there. He's got Bobby Labonte in third, Kenny Irwin Jr. in second. Stewart leads him off at turn 4, and he is leading here in the UAW GM Quality 500 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Lowe's Motor Speedway. Going to have to probably pay a fine for not saying Lowe's there. Lowe's. Say Lowe's.
Tony Stewart coming down pit road, the race leader, comes to his box under green.
Yeah, he's got a massive lead here. Not too much to worry about. Just on speed. I just remember something, Bill.
What's that, Chip?
This is Tony's first start here at Charlotte Motor Speedway 2001. He was not in the Coke 600 back in May.
Yes, you're right. I suppose that is true, Chip. First intelligent thing you've said all day.
Whoa, hey, that's not very nice.
Anyway, Tony Stewart here in his pit box, getting his service. We see several cars he's nearly lapped there. Jeff Gordon, Earnhardt Jr., and others pulling out as Tony Stewart completes his service. He is off pit road, getting ready to merge. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he's not going to have any issues coming out the leader here once this all cycles through. A few cars are still yet to pit, though, so have to obviously see what happens there. But, assuming everything works out as normal, Tony is going to easily be the race leader here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. See, I said it right that time, Bill. I said it right.
Good job, Chip. You should feel proud of yourself. Meanwhile, Stewart's teammate Bobby Labonte now runs in second, nearly half a straightaway behind him. And we also check in here. Yeah, Mark Martin is actually the race leader right now. He is not pitted as he laps Jimmy Johnson there, making his first career start. And actually, he's not that far behind lapping Tony Stewart. But yeah, again, he's going to have to pit here. Probably just waiting to see will a caution come out or something else. Why not? Mark Martin and really all these Roush cars have had just kind of an okay season so far. Let's see. Actually, yeah, Bill Elliott there is actually in second place. He is also on this long run strategy. So 2 series veterans who has not won races this year. McKean's in points. Just looking to see if they can steal a win here.
Yeah, why not roll the dice a little bit, see what can happen. You see Mark Martin, we'll see outside there.
Martin still is not fitted here at Charlotte. He's going to have to do so soon, and that is a welcome sight. We see caution lights on the racetrack. Not clear on what the cause is. Actually, I think we're hearing it's just debris. So, what a lucky break for Mark Martin in that 16.
Hey, was that just like a water bottle from his crew chief or something?
Hey, we shouldn't speculate that, Bill. We don't know if that's the case, but... Okay, so coming back to green here, Tony Stewart has cycled back through as the race leader. However, very few cars are on the lead lap. That's allowed Mark Martin here to remain in the top 10. Actually, he's in second place right now. Tony Stewart was the only car on the lead lap when that caution came out.
Yes, I worked out good for Tony, but not so much for Bobby and a lot of others guys here. Mark Martin in second place right now with fresh tires. Meanwhile, we see Tony working around lap cars, Earnhardt Jr. and a 97 Greg Biffle, and then right in front of him, Dave Blaney and others took the wheel around. Heck, even Jeppy Gordon had to take the wheel around there.
Please never call him Jeppy Gordon again.
I'm sorry, Bill, I won't. But anyway, yeah, looks like Jeff's up there and Tony's doing good. Just need to navigate the lap traffic. But yeah, what a strategy play by Mark Martin and Pat Tryson. Even if they only finish second, that's going to be a great run, probably better than what it has.
Can't count out Bill Elliott and that 99 team either. We see he's running in third there, right behind Mark Martin.
Yeah, so really just amazing strategy with both these guys. Meanwhile, we see Casey Atwood there. He did have to take a wave around, but he is the highest running rookie right now. Going to keep that Rookie of the Year fight alive.
Yes, oh no, we've got big trouble here on the front stretch, or back stretch, sorry. Joe Nemechek, Jeff Burton, that's going to bring the caution out and be a welcome sight for all those wave around cars. Tony Stewart going to try to put a few of them a lap down again. In fact, he might have a chance to put Jeff Gordon a lap down here. It looks like he is going to let him go as they come back to the caution here.
Yeah, Biffle, Tabo, Don, some of those guys, they are trapped a lap down after that, so that's unfortunate for them.
So that caution sets up a one-lap dash here for Tony Stewart, and it's going to be an easy one for him. Lots of lap cars in between him and second place, Mark Martin.
Safety car, no, it's Bill Elliott now in second place. Mark Martin in third, and Matt Tinvitz in fourth, all taking advantage of that strategy.
Meanwhile, Casey Atwood is the highest running rookie as they run right now. He's going to keep that fight alive at least another week. And Sterling Marlin is beating Jeff Gordon in this race by serve response. That's going to tighten up the championship battle a little bit.
Coming off of turn 4, looks like Tony Stewart is going to get one last win here with Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yes, Tony Stewart gets his 12th career Winston Cup victory, which moves him up to 6th in the points there, as Sterling Marlin closes up the championship lead to 37. Front Row Joe living up to his nickname here at Martinsville Speedway. Joe Nemechek, the pole sitter today. With Tony Stewart to his outside, Casey Atwood starting third, still fighting for that Rookie of the Year battle title.
Yeah, Casey's been on a roll lately. Meanwhile, we got some breaking news. Hermie Sadler is going to move to Rock Racing in 2002, the team co-owned by his brother Hermie.
Yeah, we hear that Hermie's going to go just part-time. Elliott's going to run that 94 car full-time, and yes, Dave Blaney is going to move over from Bill Davis Racing. There's been a lot of questions about that Amico sponsorship on that 93 car. They may be looking for a funded driver, so that's a great ride for Blaney. Meanwhile, Joe Nemechek leads them to the green flag.
Yeah, although I think he may just get a win, perhaps in 2001 before he does that. He ran great Kansas, and he had a pole today.
Stewart, last week's winner, holding cuff there on the outside of Nemechek as they come around this first lap. Nemechek does not quite clear him, but does get those 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Meanwhile, Atwood clear for third place there. We go on board with Jeff Gordon, who looks to the inside of Todd Bodine for the 5th position.
Gordon, once again, ahead of Marlin in this race right now. Needs to expand that lead a little bit. As now still side-by-side for you.
Yes, Stewart appears to have the faster car than Nemechek, just not the per line. The question is, how long can he hang there on the outside? That's going to burn up his tires a lot more than it would on the inside.
Looks like he may just get the pass done on the outside here. We'll just see. Looks a little closer at the line this time than it was last time.
Yeah, Nemechek seems to still have a qualifying setup there or something, because he is not moving away from this field at all. Stewart is hanging on his outside, and Atwood and Steve Park there are having great runs too.
Yeah, still side by side here for the 4th lap in a row. Nemechek has led all of them so far, but Stewart still making a little progress lap by lap here.
Meanwhile, Sterling Marlin, he was 37 points behind Jeff Gordon in the Winston Cup standings entering today. He is way back there. He's looks like about 15th right now. Oh, and we've got a car stopped on the front straightaway, Jeremy Mayfield, as Tony Stewart did finally get around Joe Nemechek there off the corner. Let's see the replay here. It looks like Nemechek got in there way too hot, just got loose down in the grass, and that allowed Stewart past. Single file restart, no lap cars so far. Tony Stewart leads them back to the green.
Yeah, and I'm expecting that 20 car is probably just going to sail away here. Right here. He appeared to be a lot faster than Joe Nemechek there in that last run.
You see Jeff Gordon still running in 4th place, so once again extending that championship lead over Sterling Marlin so far today. Nemechek's actually fighting back here a little bit behind Stewart. Perhaps being in traffic is getting a little bit of a draft, perhaps, as he's actually looking to the inside of Stewart here through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think his car fires off better than it runs, so yeah, we'll just kind of have to watch here.
Yet another stopped car here on the racetrack. The 92 of Stacy Compton. So that's going to bring out the caution here once again at Martinsville Speedway. Tony Stewart had begun the last cars here, so it looks like he's going to easily win this race back to caution over Joe Nemechek. Let's see, can he get 2 wins in a row here as he dives down to the inside of some lap traffic here as they send him back for the face car.
Yeah, actually, Mike Walsh got in the back of him there a little bit. And what's this we're hearing on the radio? Tony is stuck. Tony's stuck in the grass.
But Tony Stewart, that's crazy, Chip. Tony Stewart got stuck in the grass there after a hit from Mike Wallace, and that puts him at the tail end of the line. Ouch. And that puts his teammate Bobby Labonte now as the race leader, with Steve Park, Jeff Gordon, Casey Atwood, and Michael Waltrip up behind him.
Yeah, poor Tony there. That hurts, man. We're leading the race, and Mike Walsh ran from the back yet.
So Labonte leads them back to the green in heavy traffic. Here are lap cars and wave around cars. Meanwhile, looks like Sterling Marlin has gotten in the top 10 there. He's running 8th behind the 31 Mike Skinner, so at least stopped the bleeding there a little bit with Gordon running in front of him. Labonte here, the winner in the spring, and is leading pretty comfortably right now, although all this lap traffic is going to slow him up a bit here, as that's going to allow Steve Park back to his inside. Jeff Gordon, who we go on board with here, is trying to figure out what to do here. Should he take it pre-wide underneath Park? Should he just follow him through? Looks like that is what he's going to do.
Yeah, probably the right move. Ways to go in this race. So just follow Park past Bobby here, and then see what he can do with that. Come on, Casey, brought in third once again. Great run for him. Gonna keep the Rookie of the Year fight alive another week.
Yes, he's doing everything he needs. Still on thin ice in terms of he can only afford one race for he's not the highest finishing rookie, but so far he's been the best rookie every week ever since that became the case.
Meanwhile, looks like Sterling's passed some more cars. He's up to 6th place. As looks like the 32 car there got a little loose. Ricky Craven going in the corner. That allows Jeff Gordon to get back to Steve Park jumper. And Casey Atwood there hanging tough there in 3rd place.
Yes, we look at Sterling here. Yeah, looks like running in 6th. One to the outside of Mike Skinner. Matt Kenseth is a lap down. Actually, he's going to get 5th there from Skinner, so now he's only 3 spots behind Gordon as Park continues to lead here at Martinsville. So staying in this championship fight. In fact, it looks like Atwood is going to get to the inside here of Gordon off of turn 2, so that could potentially be another spot for Marlin.
It's got to be a little uncomfortable for Matt Kenseth seeing the car that he's going to drive next year about to lap him, but who knows? Maybe that's just an easy equipment setter that Ricky Ford's right.
And look at this, Atwood trying to follow behind Park here, although it looks like the 32 at Craven gets loose on the corner, and that's going to allow Jeff Gordon to pass on the outside to get the lead here at Martinsville.
That's the last thing Sterling Marlin wanted to see. Jeff Gordon can be leading the race.
1.5 laps to go here at Martinsville. Jeff Gordon leading over Bobby Labonte. He's working lap traffic around Robert Presley and Ricky Craven. No contest there. White flag in the air.
Oh, we got a spinner up here in the corner, 99 of Jeff Burton. So, yeah, the caution lights are out, and actually, that was before Jeff got the white. They're saying that they drew the yellow for 99. So Jeff just got to follow the pace car back here. Don't blow a tire like Sterling did at Rockingham, and he'll have himself another win.
Jeff Gordon coming around for his 4th victory of the 2001 season, looking to extend his points lead here over Sterling Marlin. Looks like Bobby Labonte is going to get 2nd, Steve Park 3rd, and Sterling Marlin 4th. Casey Atwood, highest finishing rookie, in 5th place. The 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup season is in the home stretch. Can Jeff Gordon hold on to win his 4th championship? Can Sterling Marlin cap off Dodge's triumphant return to the Winston Cup Series with a title? Or will Ricky Rudd, NASCAR's longest tenured full-time driver, battle his way back into this championship fight? Here we are at Talladega Superspeedway for the 2001 EA Sports 500.
It's in the game.
Are you paid to say that, Chip?
Awesome late.
Anyway, Jeff Gordon, championship leader, one of 5 drivers going for the Winston Noble $5 million bonus today, alongside underdog favorite Kevin Lepage.
Yeah, it's awesome to see Kevin there.
An all Earnhardt front row, something that will certainly excite the crowd here at NASCAR's biggest and baddest track. Green flag in the air, and we're racing in the EA Sports 500.
It's in the game.
You have to say that every time I say EA Sports?
It's in the game.
I guess so. Anyways, we head into turn one. Dale Earnhardt surging to the lead. Will he go up in front of his son, or is he going to stay there in that middle lane with Ricky Craven?
I don't know. The run's on the outside. I think he's got to go up there and block his son, but we'll see what happens as they head down the backstretch here for the first time.
You see the car he owns, Michael Waltrip, took a look there to the inside, as now does Dale Jarrett. He's going to make a 3 wide. Earnhardt Jr. gets a big run off the top.
See, I told you Dale should have gone up there.
And yes, Earnhardt Jr. is going to be the leader as they come off turn 4. This race marks 1 year since Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s final win, which came here last fall. Can he break that streak today? We'll have to see what happens as his son leads lap 1.
Of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was running really well in that race last year. And we see, look at this, 4 wide. That's been trouble here in the past. Jeff Gordon, the Noble 5 contender, goes there all the way to the bottom.
And in addition to potentially winning $1 million by winning this race, I'm sure Jeff Gordon would love to extend his lead over Sterling Marlin in the points. We see Marlin there on the inside, third car back after Gordon and Labonte. It looks like he and Gordon are going to try to break free and head for the lead now themselves.
We'll see Kenny Irwin there and Steve Park, Park's not, but Irwin is a Noble 5 driver. Had a great run there at Richmond. Yeah, lots of contenders up here. We're 4 wide again there with Stewart, Craven, Irwin, and Jarrett there. They still not wrecked. That's amazing. We saw a lot of wrecks in Stringland up 4 wide. Look at this here. Irwin now all the way up to the second row there. Looking the inside of Mike Wallace and Dale Jr. and Edge up there in the middle. Can tell from the helicopter. Yes, that is.
Meanwhile, Dale Jarrett there further back looking to make it even wider as Bobby Labonte has some kind of an issue here. We're hearing he's coming to pit road with a blown tire. The whole pack has to slow down to dodge him here.
Yeah, that was quite the evasive mover finally made there. Ain't nobody hit him. Good job, guys.
So that puts Sterling Marlin out front with a huge lead. He's absolutely going to get reeled back in, but that's 5 bonus points.
Mike Wallace, too. Nice job by him getting through that. See what happens here.
So the pack has reeled Mike Wallace and Sterling Marlin back in. We see Michael Waltrip, first car there on the inside with a run. Rusty Wallace now goes 3 wide underneath Park and Ricky Craven. And we see Kevin Lepage, that Noble 5 contender, creeping into view right now.
Yep, we're going to be 3 wide from the leadoff for corner. Got Michael Waltrip, Mike Wallace, and Rusty Wallace. Mikey's in a Wallace sandwich right now.
Lepage now looking for more. He goes to the inside of Nemechek. We go on board with him down into turns 3 and 4. He's all the way up to second place now behind Rusty Wallace. And now he's looking for more. He's going for the lead. Kevin Lepage potentially in position to win $1 million here at Talladega, although there's still a long way to go.
And look, he's coming in inside. My boy Casey Atwood. He's going to get a past Greg Biffle here for leading the Rookie of the Year fight at Talladega here, highest rookie. And he's looking for more, too. He's going for the lead now as we head through turns 1 and 2.
The intensity is absolutely ratcheted up here at Talladega Superspeedway compared to the spring. Lots of lead changes, 3 wide throughout the pack as they come up to lap Bobby Labonte, who is back on the racetrack now. On the bottom, we've got Todd Bodine with Jeff Burton in tow. On the top, Casey Atwood has a narrow lead, but now Bodine goes to the bottom and Lepage remains in the middle.
Yeah, cars are everywhere right now. There's almost too much action to call. This is crazy.
Todd Bodine chooses the middle. Looks like he's going to get slowed up a little bit by the lap car of Bobby Labonte. That's going to allow Jeff Burton, and now Ward Burton's going to take them 4 wide momentarily at the front of the pack. Jeff Burton leads the line that time, and now 2 Dodges. Ward Burton, Kenny Irwin Jr., actually now 3 of them. Dave Blaney, also in a Dodge, are going to push through to the front.
Yeah, Dodge has really had this race circled for a while. They bring great on super speedways this year, but haven't had a lot to show for it. The Yates cars won at Daytona, Talladega in the spring, and Chevrolet DI won at Daytona in July.
Now look at this. Dave Blaney going for the lead in one of his final 5 races there with Bill Davis Racing, the team he's been with for 2 years. He will race for the Wood Brothers next year. But now Greg Biffle, goes to the inside of him, trying to win his first career race, as is Blaney as well.
Yeah, in terms of a first-time winner, this absolutely could have played in place that could happen, although we got a seasoned veteran there. Mark Martin, we got trouble behind him. It looks like the 9-car. And, Bill Elliott, Recty Wallace. Oh, no, and Sterling Marlin, championship contender. That's huge implications there for this championship with having Sterling in that wreck.
Meanwhile, they race it back to the caution. Biffle leads right now, but he has not much of a tow there, as Earnhardt Jr. is getting a good push there from Ricky Craven on the inside. Craven looks to the inside of Earnhardt Jr. He's got help from Lepage now. Who's it going to be coming back to the caution here? Much more competitive than we normally see at some of the intermediate and short tracks.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's anybody's game coming back to the caution here. Going to be a drag race between the 32 and the 8, I think. I'm pretty sure the 8's going to prevail on the outside, but what a run by Ricky Craven there.
Yes, Earnhardt Jr. gets him at the line. Let's look at this replay here. Yeah, there's just nowhere for a lot of these guys to go, and Bill Elliott, Rusty Wallace, Sterling Marlin, Matt Kenseth, Jerry Nadeau, and Ricky Rudd. So yeah, Rudd and Marlin, that's huge hits for their championship hopes. Coming back to the green here, single file, restart, 5 to the body on the inside of the lap car. Earnhardt Jr., Craven, Biffle, and Kevin Lepage there, the highest of the notable 5 drivers, their top 4. Then looks like Biffle's going to be the first one to pull out of the line here, try to push the lap car of Greg Biffle, or the lap car of Bobby Labonte, sorry, as now we're 3 wide there for 5th place with Mark Martin, Ken Schrader, and Dave Blaney.
Yeah, that wreck certainly didn't seem to scare anybody. They're back racing like crazy once again here at Talladega.
Meanwhile, Earnhardt Jr. still leads single file out front. Craven holding top there in 2nd.
We'll have to see 2 more of those Noble 5 drivers, Gordon and Irwin there, further back in the pack. We'll have to see, lots of good contenders for this million today. We'll see Mark Martin there taking them 3 wide. We'll have to see if he can make any progress.
Of course, Martin had a great run 2 weeks ago at Lowe's Motor Speedway, where he made a great fuel strategy play. But he's still looking for a first victory in 2001 as the pack is all over the place down the backstretch. 3 and 4 wide even. We see 4 wide there with Schrader and the Burtons. And they're spinning here. Jeff Gordon into the wall. And looks like they're going back into the traffic there. And the 31 upside down. Mike Skinner rolling down the banking here at Talladega. So I guess Sterling Marlin's only solace is now that his other championship contender has also crashed out of this race, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. is once again going to beat Ricky Craven back to the caution here, with Kevin Lepage in 3rd.
Yeah, looks like 4 wide just doesn't work at that part of the racetrack, and then they get spun back up into traffic, and Adam Petty, nowhere to go, and then 92 is Compton, is who sends a 31 of Skinner upside down there. See, Joe Nemechek nowhere to go. Jeff Burton takes a pretty nasty tumble there. And Jeff Gordon's run for $1 million ends there prematurely with all those guys as well.
Going back to the green here. Earnhardt Jr. once again has Bobby Labonte, the lap car, to his inside. 2 Fords there, Craven and Lepage, 2nd and 3rd. Actually, a 3rd Ford there, Greg Biffle in 4th place once again. Now we are 3 wide for the lead. Earnhardt Jr. still leading at the stripe, but new player up front, Tony Stewart, alongside Ricky Craven there. Stewart's got a push from the 26 of Jimmy Spencer. Say 2 big crashes has thinned out this field, but it has not tamed the racing at all, has it, Chip?
Yeah, they're still driving like nothing bad has happened all day. Maybe they'll wreck again. That'll be fun.
I'm not sure we should be rooting for that, but it certainly has made an interesting race, Chip. I'll give you that. Meanwhile, Michael Waltrip drops down behind his teammate Steve Park, going to give that inside line a big push. That's going to allow Stewart to surge out front down the front stretch here as Spencer, Park, and Waltrip all give him a push.
Then what's Dale Sr. going to do back there? Saw him bouncing between the line. And meanwhile, here we go again. Michael Waltrip taking him 4 wide down into turn 1.
Yes, Waltrip certainly an aggressive move there under his teammate Park. That's going to move him all the way up. He looks like he's looking at 4th place right now. as Stewart has established himself as the leader here down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Ken Schrader drops down behind Waltrip as Park picks his teammate up once again. And Waltrip now looking to the inside of Jimmy Spencer there for that second position.
All this jostling on the lower lines allowed Ricky Craven there on the high line to get a good run. Although here comes Waltrip Park teammates to the front.
The last time we were on a super speedway at Dale Earnhardt Incorporated Car 1. Can that happen again here as Michael Waltrip looks for his first career Winston Cup victory? That 0-1 streak keeps climbing. We're up to 494 races for him now without a victory.
Yeah, he's had some good runs this year.
Michael Waltrip still leading here at Talladega. Meanwhile, 2 No Bull 5 contenders, Kenny Irwin Jr. and the 16 of Kevin Lepage, have moved up through the pack here.
And got to not count out Ward Burton there on the bottom there too, as Kevin Lepage now leading down the backstretch. What a win that would be for Hank Aaron Motorsports. They could get $1 million.
I doubt he'll be out front for long there, though, Chip, as Greg Biffle comes to his inside. Say Casey Atwood is no longer in this pack after some of those accidents. So we do believe that the Rookie of the Year fight is going to end today with Greg Biffle winning that award. So congratulations, Greg Biffle, who leads this race actually right now. Imagine that, Chip, if Greg Biffle could win his first career race and win Rookie of the Year on the same day. Say, Chip, are you okay?
Just give me a minute. I'm pretty disappointed about Casey losing the back there.
Well, we'll give Chip a minute. Meanwhile, Ward Burton had gotten a huge push here by Dale Earnhardt and Mark Martin using that lap car, Rusty Wallace, as the pick. And Ward Burton now leading here at Talladega as Mark Martin looks to the inside of Earnhardt.
Yeah, Ward's good at these super speedway races. Bill Davis Racing arguably has been the second best Dodge team this year after obviously Chip Ganassi. Actually, we see his teammate there, the 93 of Dave Blaney, coming into view here as well. So both Bill Davis cars in the top 5 right now.
Ward Burton here going to lead this one at the line. Coming into the closing laps here. Meanwhile, Earnhardt settles in there in second. Everyone's single file up front. Who's going to make the move? It looks like it's going to be Ken Schrader as they go into turn 2.
Yeah, Schrader's got a good run there on the inside. Another one of those underdogs. Anybody can win here at Talladega. Schrader has not won a race in almost 10 years.
He's getting a push from Winston Cup Rookie of the Year, Greg Biffle, as they go down the backstretch, as Biffle's teammate, Mark Martin, once again looks to the lead. And actually, if Biffle can close the gap there, he's going to be able to help Martin as they come around turns 3 and 4 here. Interestingly enough, Ward Burton's teammate, the 93 of Dave Blaney, has not stuck with him as they come to the white flag here. Mark Martin is going to lead them at the line. Who is going to make it back first?
Going to be quite the race here. Looks like 7-8 cars to settle it here, all the way back to Schrader.
Can Earnhardt get anything done? Last year, he made a daring move all the way up through the pack in the final 5 laps. He only has to pass 2 cars this time. They head down the backstretch. Martin gets a good push from Dave Blaney and his teammate Greg Biffle, but he's not able to clear Ward Burton there on the outside, who has help from both of the Earnhardts.
Yeah, overall, I think probably Bird's in the catchwood seat right now, but I wouldn't count out Dale doing something going on his own that could really hurt the momentum of that line.
Greg Biffle goes to the inside off of turn 4. That is going to hurt the momentum of that inside line here. They are door-to-door, Martin and Burton coming down the front stretch. Remember the start-finish line all the way down towards turn 1? But I don't think that's going to matter. Ward Burton wins at Talladega Superspeedway.
Man, that's going to be an awesome post-race interview. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
Say, Chip, if you're the one that interviews Ward Burton, I'm not sure any of that interview is going to be understandable.
Hey, my speech is like that.
Say, please say for me, cat, skid, steer, loader.
Cat, skid, bump.
Welcome to Phoenix International Raceway in the Checker Auto Parts 500. Tony Stewart leads us here to the green flag with Dale Earnhardt Jr. to his outside. Rusty Wallace starts 3rd. Casey Atwood starts 4th. Say he is just going for good runs at this point. Greg Biffle did win the Rookie of the Year award last week.
You had to point that out again, Bill.
Hey, I'm just saying it as it is. As we come to the green flag here, Tony Stewart leads them to the green, and we are racing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Good start by Tony. Good start by Rusty there, too. Rusty needs a good run. Had a hard year. Of course, almost won at Bristol back in August, and he's a good run. We're 3 wide there, Jeff Gordon, and looks like Sterling and Marlin there looking the inside of Gordon.
Both of those drivers need a good run today. Last week, the championship fight really got out of focus after both of them crashed out of the race at Talladega. But with just 4 races to go, it's hard for it not to be in focus today. Tony Stewart leads lap 1, gets those 5 bonus points. We believe he is too far back to be a serious threat for this title. Oh, and we've got trouble here off turn 1. Terry Labonte and Bill Elliott, or off turn 4, sorry, as Tony Stewart works turn 1. Caution is out. Looks like Stewart's going to win the race back to the caution as Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Casey Atwood battle for second place there.
Yeah, it looks like Rusty's going to win out for second there, as Sterling has driven up to 5th.
Coming to the green flag, yes, Sterling Marlin actually in 4th place now, so that's good for him, especially ahead now of Jeff Gordon. So he is closing that points gap back up a little bit as they run right now. We're on board with Sterling Marlin. He has passed his way all the way up to second place behind Tony Stewart. He thoroughly has a fast car in the long run today. Let's see, can he make it work here on the inside? It looks like he is going to get a run down the backstretch and potentially challenge Tony Stewart for the lead here.
Yeah, 5 bonus points. That was big for Sterling. Oh, we got trouble. Robert Presley, turn 1. Caution is out. Sterling is going to win the race back to the yellow here. Tony gets the wall there.
Going back to the restart here, Marlin now the leader with Tony Stewart in second.
Oh, no, and we got more trouble. Jeff Gordon in the wall. Another caution here.
So coming to another restart here, Sterling Marlin now is not only leading this race, that his main championship rival is out of the race. A good job by Sterling. Going to the white flag. No challenge whatsoever for Sterling Marlin here at Phoenix Raceway. He's led the most laps. He got 5 bonus points for that, 5 points for leading a lap, and his championship opponent, Jeff Gordon, crashed out. This could be a big race in a few weeks when we look at the final standings. Going through turns 3 and 4, Sterling Marlin looking for his 3rd victory of the 2001 campaign and looking to get his quest for the Winston Cup back on track. Sterling Marlin wins in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, what a statement by Sterling there. Had a hard few weeks and capitalized on Jeff's misfortune and drove a heck of a race himself, too. Great job by Sterling. We look at the points here. He's now got 60 points on Jeff Gordon. That's a massive swing today. He came in almost that many behind. That's huge.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, for the 2001 Pop Secret 400. Ricky Rudd leads on the pole with Dale Earnhardt to his outside. Earnhardt still looking for his first victory of 2001. Coming to the green flag here, Ricky Rudd gets a massive jump on the start. He's going to clear Earnhardt going in turns 1 and 2.
Jeff Gordon there, we see he started 3rd. He's already trying to get around Earnhardt for 2nd. And he really needs to get moving quickly because 60 points, that's a lot that he got on Sterling. Ricky Sterling is in the top 10 right now, too.
Rudd, it looks like, is going to lead that first lap, get 5 bonus points. We believe it would be a long shot for him to be in the championship hunt right now. Looks like Marlin is actually having a little trouble here on the start. Gets caught on the apron there a little bit. But overall, though, still holding tough in the top 10, the championship leader is. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon, as they go through turns 3 and 4, has a run on Ricky Rudd. He looks to the inside down the front straightaway. Looks like Rudd is going to lead this lap, but probably not the next one.
Was he there too? Michael Waltrip, 496 career start, and he's still looking for that first win. He's up to 3rd place today right now.
As we mentioned at the beginning, Jeff Gordon 60 points behind Sterling Marlin for the championship lead after his DNF last week at Phoenix. He is going to get 5 bonus points right now, and I believe is 7 positions ahead of Marlin. That would make it a close battle. Oh, we've got trouble here. Mike Wallace in the wall. Caution is out here at Rockingham. Jeff Gordon wins the race back to the caution. Oh, and narrowly gets into the side of Mike Wallace there. I think he will be able to continue, though. Coming down pit road here. Everyone coming in for 4 tires and fuel, we believe. Jeff Gordon's teammate, Terry Labonte, there is 1 lap down. Got lapped right after the yellow came out. Gordon pits near the exit of pit road. Going to have to go all the way down here as here he finally comes in for his service. No adjustments expected on that 24 car. He's having a great day so far. We see Waltrip and Rudd have now reached their pit stalls, as does Earnhardt. Gordon's going to be almost done with his service by the time they're just starting theirs. Gordon wins the race off pit road easily, although looks like Irwin there having a good run as well. Here we go. Looks like Ricky Rudd has completed his service, as does Earnhardt. And see what the running order is. Sorry, Irwin was also a lap down, so Michael Waltrip is now up to second place. As we come back to the green flag here, we're racing at Rockingham once again. Ken Schrader takes the wave around as Dave Blaney and Stacy Compton try to get their lap back there on the inside.
Yeah, Gordon got pushed up the hill there a little bit by some of those lap cars. We see, looks like Ricky Rudd trying to battle back with Michael Waltrip as they head down here for turns 3 and 4.
Waltrip to the inside there. Nadeau a lap down as well, but yet Ricky Rudd left. Oh, and man, that was a hard hit by Dale Earnhardt. Caution out once again here, Rockingham, North Carolina. Jeff Gordon pulls the race back to the line, followed by Ricky Rudd. Going back to the green here, Jeff Gordon followed by Ricky Rudd once again on this restart. Michael Waltrip in third. Looks like Gordon's teammate Nadeau trying to get his lap back, as is Martin, who also is trying to pass Nadeau. Oh, we got trouble. It looks like the 31 of Skinner gets tagged there going down the backstretch. Racing back to the caution, it looks like Ricky Rudd is actually going to come away with the lead here, using those lap cars as a pick. And yes, Ricky Rudd wins the race back to the caution here. Let's take a look at the replay. So, looks like Jarrett and Skinner just kind of get tagged there, and that ends their day. Coming back to the restart, Ricky Rudd to the outside of Mark Martin, going for his 5th victory here in 2001.
Yeah, Ricky's had a heck of a season, although he may fall prey here to the same thing that happened to Jeff Gordon in the last restart, which is getting caught to the outside of lap cars.
Yes, that is going to allow Gordon to get back to the inside of Rudd here, as looks like Michael Waltrip also stuck behind a lap car there, the 21 of Hermie Sadler. He actually gets the wall a little bit off the corner. Gordon does lead them at the stripe here, and yes, the lap cars are going to separate. Oh, more trouble here. Terry Labonte and the 9 of Bill Elliott here spinning down the front stretch. Caution out once again. It looks like that started with Kevin Lepage getting the wall, and then that spins Labonte down into traffic, Dave Blaney, and then Bill Elliott there as well. Coming back to the restart, Jeff Gordon followed by Ricky Rudd once again. Mark Martin still trying to get back on the lead lap.
This is like the 3rd restart the Mark's been fighting to get back on the lead lap. It's never going to happen either.
He's going to try again here, though. Oh, and he gets Gordon into the wall a little bit. That's going to allow Rudd to get a run on Gordon down the backstretch here. And yes, Ricky Rudd leading here at North Carolina Speedway.
Man, Gordon gets the wall again off of turn 4, and that allows Michael Waltrip to sail on through the second there. And he finally get that win today.
We look further back there. It looks like Sterling Marlin running there in the 5th position. Just 1 or 2 spots there behind Jeff Gordon. So the points lead is not going to shift by a lot today. Maybe it'll go from 60 points to 50, but still definitely much better than it could have been if Jeff Gordon was still leading this race. Ricky Rudd continues to lead as the laps wind down. Going to the white flag here, Ricky Rudd coming for his 5th victory of the season. Jeff Gordon runs behind him, is going to close up that gap on Sterling Marlin, but is not going to retake the points lead as Marlin also runs within the top 5. Going around turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Ricky Rudd coming for his 24th career NASCAR Winston Cup victory here at North Carolina Speedway.
Yeah, great job by Ricky. Let's see what happened with the points here. Yes, that actually, he does get up to only 68 points behind Sterling, so, I mean, he's still in there. So 2 weeks ago, Jeff, big day for him overall. Shaved 38 points off that lead, but Marlin still lead.
Here we are at Homestead, Miami Speedway for the 2001 Pennzoil 400. Championship runner-up Jeff Gordon, 22 points back, has the pole today. Sterling Marlin starts third, a points leader, with Dale Earnhardt still looking for his first win of the season to Gordon's outside, and Michael Waltrip still looking for his first win ever. Meanwhile, further back, Ron Fellows makes his oval debut today. He won at Watkins Glen. He's going to race full-time in the Busch Series for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated next year, as well as select starts in the Winston Cup Series. He's decided to come to NASCAR full-time. Coming to Greenfield, Jeff Gordon gets a great jump. We are racing in South Florida. 2 races to go in the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup Series.
Sterling, great start there. Gets the inside of Dale going into turns 1 and 2. It's a real flat, wide racetrack. Lots of lines you can run. And it looks like Sterling is going to clear Dale off of turn 4 for second place.
So as they run, Gordon would have 5 more points than Marlin for leading this race. And it looks like he's going to get 5 bonus points, so Gordon would be tightening it up to just 12 points as they run right now. Although I would not be surprised that 40 Par is the leader before too long.
Hey, we'll see Ward Burton there, third place, and he won at Talladega a couple weeks ago. He's having another good run today. Really, the whole Dodge Brigade is really stepping up here to the second half of the season.
Good on the backstretch, mostly single file. Looks like the first 2-wide action is Greg Biffle there on Ricky Rudd for 6th place. Marlin gets a little loose there. That's actually going to allow Ward Burton to his inside and allow Jeff Gordon to get a little bit of a gap here as they come down the front stretch for the second time here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Dale Earnhardt looking to the inside of Jeff Gordon, and the fans are excited here in South Florida. Can he avoid going winless here in 2001?
I don't know. I'll tell you who else is excited about that. Sterling Marlin. He's going to try to follow Dale through, and that takes Jeff out of the lead, too. Potentially prevents Jeff from leading the most laps and winning this race.
Earnhardt gets 5 bonus points there at the line as Marlin and Earnhardt's driver Michael Waltrip try to follow him through underneath Gordon.
Yeah, Sterling's got to run here off of turn 2. Takes a little bit to make a pass here at Homestead. Not going to clear him this time, but I think he might stay in 3 and 4.
We head down here towards turns 3 and 4. Marlin actually looking to the inside of Earnhardt here, it looks like. That would be huge if he could get those 5 bonus points for leading lap. Currently, he and Gordon are even on points. Marlin is earning 5 more points for his position right now. And now, look at this. Sterling Marlin to the inside of Dale Earnhardt down the back straightaway here at Homestead, Miami. And that would take them from even to Sterling Marlin gaining points on Jeff Gordon today, now that he's probably going to get 5 bonus points for leading this lap here.
Yeah, that's huge for Sterling. 22 points is not a lot. And say with Ricky Rudd running behind these guys, he's basically taken himself out of this championship. We didn't think he really had much for chance for 2 races, 68 points, but right now it really looks like he's going to be done after today. So it's just these two. And Gordon continues to battle Earnhardt there for second place, and Sterling sailed away.
Green flag pit stops have begun here at Homestead, Miami. Gordon going to stay on the track another lap as Marlin comes down the long pit access road here and head towards his stall.
Yep, there's no mistakes, keeps clean, and that looks like that's what Sterling's hoping to do here.
See Earnhardt also coming in, as does Rusty Wallace. Earnhardt having a great run so far here at Homestead, Miami. As Sterling comes across the line, Gordon did get bonus points for leading that lap here. Gordon once again does leave the lap, which adds to his total for the most laps led bonus for the day.
See, Marlin's hitting his pit stall right now. Looks like Dale will be coming in soon. 4 tires all around for all these guys and fuel. Left or right side's done on Sterling. Here they go around the left side. No issues. Tires off, tires on. Jack drops, and he's away.
Marlin beats Earnhardt off pit road. We will have to see where he blends. Say Gordon had not pitted yet, so actually the blend's really going to come the next time around since that's still happening. Marlin gets out in front of the lap car there of Jimmy Johnson, making his second career start here today. Gordon is in his stall now, has that number one pit stall by virtue of being the pole sitter. They're working on the left sides now, so we're going to have to see where does he blend in comparison to Sterling Marlin here.
Ward Burton had a good stop there, too. He comes out behind Gordon. Yeah, no contest. Sterling is way out in front of Jeff here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Can Marlin potentially lock up the championship today? Well, not lock up per se, but certainly if he would win and lead the most laps, that would put him in a much more comfortable spot going into Atlanta next week. Oh no, and we've got troubles. Jeff Burton in the wall. Just the last thing that Sterling Marlin wants to see. That is going to bring out the caution. So Sterling Marlin is going to have to face a restart here at Homestead, Miami.
He did win the race back to caution. That's good, but still, yeah, last thing he wanted to see, that's for sure.
Coming back to the restart here, Marlin in first, Gordon in second. The two championship leaders set to battle it out in this race.
Both those teams have really stepped it up in the last couple weeks, and we're seeing the results of that.
Marlin up the racetrack a little bit off of turn 2. As the lap car of Elliott Sadler, as well as the other lap car there of Bobby Hamilton, actually going to take them 3 wide up front. That's going to send Marlin way up the racetrack and give Gordon an opportunity.
Yeah, I cannot imagine Sterling Marlin is too happy there. Oh, and he's going to get the wall with Elliott Sadler. He's got to be very unhappy with Elliott Sadler there. As Gordon, Earnhardt, and Stewart here work their way through. Looks like Earnhardt is the one that's going to prevail here. At least that's a consolation to Sterling that Jeff's not going to win this race. But still, yeah, he's got to be very mad at Elliott Sadler.
Fans excited here in Miami. Dale Earnhardt leading in the closing laps. Can he get a win here in 2001? We'll have to see as Jeff Gordon tries to battle it back to the inside here off of turn 4.
Yeah, Sterling Marlin is Dale Earnhardt's biggest fan right now. He did get going again. He's still around the top 10, had a little damage, but he just cannot afford for Jeff to win this race. As Jeff is now looking around Earnhardt, and he is once again leading here. But yeah, that would pretty much have them even, or I think that would put Gordon ahead by a little bit here if Gordon wins this race and Sterling continues to run the wheel.
Yeah, certainly not what he wants to see. Jeff Gordon still leading here at Homestead of Miami, although we have a new second-place runner, Michael Waltrip. Gordon gets caught behind the 99 of Jeff Burton, and Michael Waltrip uses that as a pick, and now he is leading. His 497th career start. Can Michael Waltrip finally do it, or is his team owner, Dale Earnhardt, going to try to pass him here? Say, if you were Dale, what would you do, Chip?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we see on screen there 497 Cup starts, 0 wins. That's only behind J.D. McDuffie, who had 653 starts. And yeah, Dale, do you pass your driver or do you bring him home? I don't know. I think Dale's going to fight, but maybe not as hard as he would if that was not his driver there. He'd got a run here potentially with Michael all the way up the racetrack there, although looks like Michael is going to get out in front here, continue to lead down the backstretch. That's good for Michael. He's just keeping a good gap here to Dale. We're going to have to see what happens to 3 and 4 here. But, yeah, Michael's running a good race right now.
Best position he's ever been in. Meanwhile, further back, it looks like Sterling Marlin. He is still 15 points ahead of Jeff Gordon as they run, so that's good for him. Gordon's fallen back a little bit, so he is going to gain some points. But yeah, up front, Waltrip's still out front here at Homestead, Miami.
Earnhardt now with a run to the inside, though. We're going to have to see what happens here down the back straightaway.
Waltrip manages to hold him off again, though, as they go through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, I just can't decide. How hard is Dale pushing right now? He's pushing somewhat hard, but you got to think he wants to see Michael win this race as much, if not more, maybe, than he does. They come to the white flag here at Homestead.
Michael Waltrip has made 496 starts previously in the Winston Cup Series. Dale Earnhardt, who we go on board with right now, gave him the chance this year. As they come down the backstretch to the final time, even though a lot of people question that decision, it appears to have been the right one. 2 turns left for Michael Waltrip here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Dale Earnhardt's going to get a look to the inside, but it's not going to be enough. 497 races. He's finally going to get it done. Michael Waltrip is a NASCAR Winston Cup Series winner.
Man, I am so happy for Michael right now, and I'm sure Dale is too. Even if he goes winless this year, that's got to be a win in itself. Michael Waltrip has finally won a Winston Cup race.
Speaking of wins, Sterling Marlin was able to stop the bleeding. Jeff Gordon is still behind him, but only by 12 points. This is it, the final race of the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup season, the Napa 500. Have we got a championship fight on our hands, Chip? 2 drivers come into today separated by just 12 points. Jeff Gordon starting second and Sterling Marlin starting third. Look to battle it out for the Winston Cup. As 7-time Winston Cup champion Dale Earnhardt looks to cap off a top 10 point season with a win. Jeff Gordon has been in this position many times before. 3 times he's prevailed. In 1996, Terry Labonte outdueled him. Meanwhile, Sterling Marlin looks for his first title and to cap off a triumphant return to the Winston Cup Series for Dodge. Further back, lots of drivers making their final starts with their 2001 teams as Tony Stewart, Hermie Sadler, and others move on to new pastures in 2002. Earnhardt and Gordon salute the fans here one final time as the pace car is about to turn down pit road. From all of us who have brought you this season, we want to say thank you. This has been an excellent year of Winston Cup racing. 500 miles still remain. Green flag in the air here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Big start for Dale Earnhardt there. He's going to clear Jeff into turn 1. Jeff is not concerned about Dale today. He's only concerned about that 40 car behind him.
Although, keep in mind, 1 spot is not enough for Jeff Gordon to overtake Marlin in the standings. He would need 2 spots and potentially a bonus to get there. So he is going to try to challenge Earnhardt here off of turn 4. It's going to be interesting to see who leads them at the line. Gordon got the momentum, but who's going to make it back first? Looks like Earnhardt gets those first bonus points. So Gordon has not gotten the bonus yet.
Meanwhile, Casey Atwood here is up to second place to go on board with Sterling. He's got to run in the inside of Gordon. He's hoping to get a first today too to get 5 bonus points for leading the lap here.
Atwood looks to follow his Dodge teammate through to the lead. Certainly he would like to win a Winston Cup race today, but part of his concern has to be getting Dodge that championship.
Although keep in mind, it's the driver's championship, Bill, not the manufacturer championship. Chevrolet have easily clinched that. They've got a lot more good race cars out there. But yeah, Sterling Marlin gets 5 bonus points for leading the lap here at Atlanta, and Jeff Gordon now has fallen back a little bit. That gives Sterling a decent points lead here in these early laps here at Atlanta.
Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Passes Atwood, as does Greg Biffle. Sterling Marlin still leads here at Atlanta and leads the Winston Cup standings. Meanwhile, Bobby Labonte, defending champion for the last time today, is up to second place, and we've got trouble behind him. Jimmy Johnson spins, as does the 11 of Brett Bodine, and Ken Schrader gets a piece of it as well. Labonte and Marlin going to battle it off the corner. It's going to be very close at the line here. Looks like Labonte got him. Coming down for what could be the last pit stop of the season, Bobby Labonte, Sterling Marlin, and last week's winner, Michael Waltrip.
Yeah, I cannot say enough about the job Michael Waltrip did last week and really all season. You know, we said last week Dale took a chance on him, and he's proved himself this year. And I'm guessing he'll be with Dale Earnhardt Incorporated for a while.
Labonte, the first one in his box. He's getting all 4 tires changed. Looks like the right side is already done. As Michael Waltrip here is going to take just 2 tires. he comes out with the lead. Looks like the 21 of Elliott Sadler and the 16 of Kevin Lepage do that as well.
Actually, Lepage lap down, but yeah, Sadler as well, so it's going to shuffle up the order here a little bit.
Yeah, so as we previously documented, Waltrip and Sadler only took 2 tires there. They're going to have the lead coming back to the green, as Labonte and Marlin, the first with 4 there, battle it out for 3rd place.
As Sadler, trying to get a win here before his time with the Wood Brothers is up. Say, with the car he's going to drive next year is probably not quite as good as that 94 Rock Racing. So he wants to win a Winston Cup race today, maybe today for a while. We'll have to see.
Sadler to the inside of Waltrip here off turn 4. He's going to lead this lap of the line. But now Steve Park has cracked his way into the top 5 as well. He battles for a top 5 spot in the Winston Cup standings today, potentially, with Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, and Kenny Irwin in that fight as well. Meanwhile, we go on board with Sterling Marlin. He pushes Bobby Labonte past Elliott Sadler down the backstretch. So his pressure tires starting to prevail. 4 tires is better than 2. And now Marlin himself going back to lead on the inside of Labonte.
Hey, there's one way for Sterling to control his own destiny today. That's to win a race. That's what he's trying to do right now. He's out front here leading at Atlanta. We got 2 DEI teammates, the 1 apart, and the 50 to Walker there behind him. We go on board. Jeff Gordon not having a bad run here in the top 10, but that's not going to be enough. He's got to step it up if he wants to have anything for that Brooke Highland day.
Marlin now single file out front as Labonte and Steve Park battle for 2nd place there. All 3 Dale Earnhardt Incorporated cars in the top 5 right now. Sterling Marlin has an interesting competitor for the lead right now, the 81 car of Jason Leffler. This will be his final race in that 81 car before going full-time in the 20 next year for Rookie of the Year honors. But he's looking to try to win a race here in Atlanta before he even becomes a rookie.
Yeah, and that 81 car really is not of concern for Sterling Marlin. He doesn't have to win a race today. He's beating Jeff Gordon. That's all that matters right now.
You see Gordon has passed Dale Earnhardt there and continues to run the top 10. But he has to beat Marlin by 3 spots, we believe, to be able to win the Winston Cup. Both have led a lap today. Marlin currently has led the most laps. That would mean that Gordon has to probably beat him by 3 spots, maybe 4 spots, depending how far back in the field they are. And Marlin is currently beating Gordon right now. Leffler leads that lap as now his teammate, Bobby Labonte, comes to his inside. Looks like we're going to be 3 wide to the lead here going into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Bobby, I'm sure would love to get a 2nd win here to cap off the season. Not as good as last year, but still had a decent run. And, that's his new teammate there leading the race, Jason Leffler. Getting some good camaraderie there. Maybe, I guess we'll have to see, though. Bobby and Tony have wrecked each other for the lead a couple times this year. Make sure he doesn't do that to Jason here. And now Sterling looking back to the inside of Bobby and Jason.
Marlin looking to follow Labonte through, maybe more, as he sticks to the bottom very tightly off of turns 3 and 4. We go on board with him. And it's going to be a drag race back to the line. I think Labonte is going to get there this time. But by next time Sterling Marlin may be once again back in command of the NAFL 500 here, the final race of the Winston Cup season.
Leffler trying to battle back, follow Marlin through past his teammate. All 3 of these guys putting on a great show for these fans here today.
And you just have to imagine the nerves inside that 40 car right now, knowing obviously he could win a race, but he could also win the Winston Cup as well. He wants to get this win, but he wants to focus on the big picture even more. So even if that means letting Leffler or Labonte go. Under 10 laps to go here in the Winston Cup season. Marlin with a massive lead out front. Oh, we got trouble. That's going to make things interesting here. It looked like Marlin was going to easily sail away to a Winston Cup. But now he's going to have to battle on a restart.
Yeah, just absolutely. Last thing he wants to see, we see Jeff Gordon there. This is his chance. Looked like it was completely hopeless there. He is going to get a restart. So what's going to happen here as they re-rack him?
If we look at the replay here, it looks like Kyle Petty, there was a slow car of Ricky Craven on the apron, and he just got into the back of him, and yeah, Johnny Benson had nowhere to go there as well. So, on the restart here, Jeff Gordon is up to second place. Sterling Marlin's teammate there, Kenny Irwin Jr., the lap car on the inside, easily lets him go. Looks like he's going to be a good teammate here and not only let Marlin go, but actually hold up Gordon a little bit. Marlin controls his own destiny as long as he's the leader. If Gordon gets by, Marlin would probably have to fall back to fourth or fifth. But right now, Irwin is doing a great job of holding up Gordon, and that's going to allow Marlin to scoot away here in the closing stages of the Napa 500.
Yeah, that might have been the championship mood right there. Good job on Kenny, being a great teammate. Say his year will come one of these times, and I'm sure Sterling will be willing to repay the favor. Although Jeff had gotten by, though, and he's coming in a hurry at that point car. But luckily for Sterling, there are no more lap cars out running right now.
And oh no, more trouble behind the leaders. We got the 55 of Kenny Wallace, Irwin, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, and others. So once again, there's going to be a restart here at Atlanta. And oh, it looks like hard hit here for the 28 of Ricky Rudd after the fact there, and he actually goes for a flip, gets a hard hit from Adam Petty there, the 45 car. Yeah, man, that's a rough end of Ricky Rudd's season, that's for sure. Coming to the restart here. Once again, lap cars on the inside. More than 10 laps to go here at Atlanta, but not a lot. We've got the 77 of Robert Cressley to the inside of Sterling Marlin. Marlin, once again, just like with Irwin last time, is able to clear Cressley into turn one, although it looks like Gordon may be able to as well.
It'll be mano-a-mano out front here for the Winston Cup title.
Gordon cannot control his own destiny here. Even if he passes Sterling Marlin, if Marlin finishes second, he will not win the Winston Cup.
That had to just be kind of a helpless feeling for Jeff Gordon right now, knowing that even passing Sterling would not be enough. Who knows, maybe he'll wreck Sterling, Bill.
I would not count on it. Jeff Gordon, he's not the type he would do that.
Come on, that's the only way he can win and Winston Cup. Get up there, just shove Marlin into the fence, and you got yourself a championship. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I do. I think we're just going to have to disagree on this one, Chip. Marlin off of turn 4, still leading here at Atlanta. As the laps wind down on this season. Five laps to go for Sterling Marlin here at Atlanta. He's got a comfortable lead over Jeff Gordon, who has fallen all the way back now actually to 4th place behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Bobby Labonte as well. Really, all that needs to happen is Sterling Marlin just needs to come back around under power. No blown tires, no running out of fuel. Otherwise, he's got himself a Winston Cup.
Yeah, and I got to say, Jeff put up a heck of a fight here. And, of course, it's not quite over yet. But this has been one of the best spot championship battles in the past few years.
Defending Winston Cup champion Bobby Labonte now up to 2nd place as Jeff Gordon works on him for that 2nd position. He got around Dale Earnhardt Jr. for 3rd. Marlin just loves seeing all this in the rearview mirror. Lap traffic still a ways away as he's coming to 3 laps to go. Just keep it nice and smooth here. He didn't even have to win this race necessarily today to win the Winston Cup, but why not get another win for Dodge?
Yep, and Marlin's just going to sail right around these lap cars here. Spencer, Lepage, 93 of Blaney, and Jimmy Johnson. Looks like he's going to clear Spencer here off of turn 2. So just yet another thing between him and Gordon.
Jeff Gordon here still in 2nd place, although it looks like Greg Biffle, Rookie of the Year, is going to try to challenge him to the inside.
You just had to bring that up one more time, Bill, that Greg Biffle's Rookie of the Year, not Casey Atwood, huh?
Hey, it's true, Chip. He won Rookie of the Year. Meanwhile, Steve Park looks to the inside of Biffle, although Gordon's going to use these lap cars as a pick to get to the outside here.
Man, that's got to be so helpful. He runs 2nd, but there's nothing Jeff Gordon can do as he runs down the back stretch here. He can barely even see that 40 car in front who is lapping Mike Skinner right now. Say no hood, kind of a sad end for Mike Skinner's tenure of Richard Childress Racing.
Coming to the white flag. Sterling Marlin took him almost 10 years to win a Winston Cup race when he finally won the Daytona 500. Won that race back-to-back in 94 and 95. After moving on from Morgan the Fur Motorsports to Sadco Motorsports, was the benefactor of Chip Ganassi buying into this team this year. Dodge is going to cap off a triumphant return to the Winston Cup Series with a Drivers' Championship. Sterling Marlin wins the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup.
Man, I'm so excited for Sterling. And Jeff Gordon, just a little too close, too little too late there. But Sterling, that is awesome for Chip Ganassi. Say Sterling Marlin first, and Kenny Irwin Jr. fourth. Dodge, that's just awesome.
Yes, Dodge won. That would be their 8th win of the season. 4 for Marlin, 3 for Irwin, and 1 for Ward Burton. We look down the standings. Dale Earnhardt did finish in the top 10. Steve Park ended up getting 5th in the standings after a strong third-place run there at Atlanta. And to review, Greg Biffle is the 2001 NASCAR Winston Cup Series Rookie of the Year. Chevrolet is the 2001 Manufacturers Champion. This just in, Kenny Irwin Jr. has been voted NASCAR's most popular driver, capping off a triumphant return to the Winston Cup Series this year as his teammate, Sterling Marlin, takes the championship. This is Bill and Chip signing off for the season.